Here on the campus of Auburn University in Auburn, Alabama, for tonight's play-by-play story. Well, the Auburn Tigers, under first-year head coach Stephen Pearl, got off to a good start, 5-3 to begin SEC play. Since that time, however, they've lost 7 of their last 8, including 2 in a row. LSU dropping a home game on Saturday in disappointing fashion to Oklahoma. Tries to get back to their winning ways on the road, which happened last week during the midweek affair in double overtime over Ole Miss. These two teams playing for the first and only time in the regular season, but they first began playing basketball against each other way back in 1912 and every year since 1950. Your Tigers lead the overall series, 87 wins to 74 losses. However, Auburn has won the last 4 meetings in this series, and the last 5 played right here on the Plains. Again, get ready for tonight's matchup. Find your favorite chair, grab your favorite beverage. We get ready for an SEC tilt. The late one tonight on a Tuesday. It's Auburn, it's LSU, and it's coming up next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
In Baton Rouge, locals don't just love their home. They love sharing it. Discover a city where culture is abundant, hospitality comes naturally, and the best spots are never kept secret. With the vibrancy of a big city and the ease of a weekend getaway, Baton Rouge invites you to slow down, savor, or soak it all in. Find your pace at visitbatonrouge.com.
LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net.
Half of the world's population depends on rice for 80% of their daily food needs. By 2050, population growth could increase rice demand by 30%. But as climate changes, rice output is decreasing. At LSU, we're using genetics, genomics, and AI to create new rice that yields more with less resources. We're not just feeding the hungry, we're growing a better future.
Hey Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit lsumkc.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Leading you up to LSU Fighting Tiger basketball. This is the Countdown to Tip-Off on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Just like us, we certainly hope you drank plenty of coffee today. Get ready for this late night tip between Auburn and LSU here on the Plains. LSU Athletics would like to take this time to thank our corporate partners, Cox, McDonald's, FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Louisiana Blue, Coca-Cola, and Hancock Whitney. Thrilled to be joined courtside here inside Neville Arena by Mr. LSU basketball himself. 3 decades plus following this program, and nobody does it better. Please welcome to the broadcast, Kent Lowe. Kent, here we are. I know you're filling in for John Brady. We wish him the best. Again, just a little under the weather. He'll be back with us on the season finale on Saturday. But we come into this matchup tonight, not all that different from the meeting last week in Oxford against Ole Miss. 2 teams that we knew desperately wanted to finish strong in the season. And certainly for Auburn, it has turned on them, as I mentioned, starting 5-3 in the league, but since then losing 7 of their last 8. Roll in here tonight, losing 2 in a row. And I got to be honest, first time I've been to Neville Arena since this building has been built, where there's not many people here, and we're only about 20 minutes away from tip-off.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Pleasure to be with you as always tonight, Chris. You know, when you look at the desperate nature of this game in many ways, as you look at Joe Lunardi's bracketology today, Auburn is the first team out. That's with the number 1 strength of schedule and a number 39 net. That's going to carry them a long way. So they got to feel winning this final home game is imperative, with a trip to Alabama coming up on Saturday for these two teams. For LSU, it's a question of, will we see again the away Tigers, who have performed almost 80 points a game, a very good assist-to-turnover ratio, a high percentage from three-point range, and if that happens, LSU could be in really good shape tonight against Auburn.
Talking to some of the folks from ESPN Television, they told us that Auburn's big trouble here of late is stopping the leading scorer in the backcourt of their opponent. They have given them big nights. Well, our best scorer in the backcourt obviously is Max McKinnon. Struggled a little bit, got double figures, but it took a lot of work on Saturday. The game before, he was unstoppable, going for 34 against Ole Miss. Hopefully he gets back. But it has to be said, you can't put all the weight on Mac's shoulders. He's going to have to get some help.
Auburn has struggled to defend the three-point shot of late, and they've given up 37.1% overall and better than 40% in league play. So if LSU can get the three-point shot going like they have on the road the last several times, that could be a big advantage for the Tigers tonight.
Auburn's certainly a team full of athletes. They'd love to get up and running down the floor. And we've seen LSU go into games with different styles this season, so it's not something new for Matt McMahon and company to change maybe the game plan. I got a feeling LSU would like to make this a half-court game, make Auburn work for 15, 20, 25 seconds into the shot clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But when LSU has been able to push the ball and transition a little bit, especially last Wednesday against Ole Miss, they've been able to get some easy buckets and get lots of points. So we'll just have to see how the pace of this game starts off tonight, with a little change, but a familiar change in the starting lineup, as Mike Nwoko will return to his starting spot after 2 games.
We'll get to the starting lineups in just a bit. Just underway here on the Countdown to Tip-Off, presented by Our Lady of the Lake Health. Fans, remember, things about to heat up on the floor, but whenever you're ready to cool it down, count on Slow Melt Ice. Check them out online at slowmeltice.com. That's SLOMELTICE.com. We'll take a timeout on the Countdown to Tip-Off. We come back, James Mays will take us on a trip around the SEC. Then Kent and I will return. We'll get his recipe for success and a visit with head coach Matt McMahon, the starting lineups, and then we'll tip it off between Auburn and your Fighting Tigers here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, this is Chef Kevin Belton for People's Health. If you have diabetes, heart failure, or cardiovascular disorder, and you have Medicare, ask about a People's Health Chronic Condition Special Needs Plan. It's a Medicare plan designed to help with the unique needs that go along with these chronic conditions. Call People's Health today. Your benefits could start as early as next month.
Plans are insured through United Healthcare Insurance Company or one of its affiliated companies, a Medicare Advantage organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in the plan depends on the plan's contract renewal with Medicare.
We have some breaking news that you Tiger basketball fans are going to want to hear. It's official. SeatGeek is now the official ticket marketplace of LSU athletics. That's right. The deal is finalized, and SeatGeek is the newest member of the LSU family. If you haven't heard the name yet, get used to it, because you'll be hearing it a lot more this basketball season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to basketball games or to any other live event in Baton Rouge, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, the new official ticket marketplace of LSU athletics, so Tiger fans can fan.
Some drinks.
Supporter of the LSU Tigers, conveniently located on Florida Boulevard, Hollinger Richards Ford carries a huge selection of new Fords and pre-owned vehicles of every make, boasting huge savings year-round. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Hollinger Richards Ford supports local causes like JDRF, the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and the Multiple Sclerosis Society. There's a reason why people buy again and again at Hollinger Richards Ford. Fair prices, relaxed, easy buying experience, and the friendly and knowledgeable staff. Remember, you always get your money's worth at Hollinger Richards Ford.
Introducing 3 fun and exciting games from the lottery. Deal yourself a winning hand and play blackjack. Win up to $2,100. Tropical vibes with Bingo Wins. Play Flamingo Bingo. Top prize, $50,000. Go from mud bugs to more bucks. Play Crawfish Cash, the new fast play game. Win up to $10,000. Louisiana Lottery, celebrating 35 years of reasons to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
back on the countdown to tip-off for Fighting Tiger basketball. Time now to take a trip around the SEC on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
All right, Tiger fans, back on the countdown to tip-off, getting you ready for Auburn and LSU in SEC men's basketball. Time now to take a quick trip around the SEC presented by Republic Finance. Visit Republic Finance for all your personal loan needs. Get started today at republicfinance.com/tigers. First off, let's take a look at your SEC men's basketball standings real quick, where the Florida Gators are leading the conference and actually wrapped up the SEC regular season title today, I just seen. Alabama is right behind them at 12-4 with Arkansas at 11-5. Tennessee is at 11-6. They're fourth in the conference. Missouri is sitting at 10-6 along with Kentucky. Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, and Texas are tied at 9-7 in conference play. Georgia is the last team above 500 at 8-8. Auburn is sitting at 6-10. Oklahoma and Mississippi State are 5-11 in conference play. Ole Miss is sitting at 4-12. Your Tigers are sitting at 3-13 with a little bit to play for coming up. And South Carolina is in the cellar at 3-14. Taking a look at your SEC men's scoreboard for today, 4 games have already gone final. Oklahoma took care of Missouri at home 80-64. Kentucky went on the road to Texas A&M. A&M actually won that game 96-85. Alabama traveled to Georgia and took a loss there 98-88. And then Tennessee traveled to Columbia, South Carolina, and actually won that game 78-59. Currently going on a little under 6 minutes to go in the game. Mississippi State is trailing Florida 91-66. Right at halftime, Vanderbilt is trailing Ole Miss by 2. That score is 35-33. Coming up at the top of the hour, your Tigers are taking on Auburn at the Plains. And tomorrow night, Texas travels to Fayetteville to take on Arkansas at Bud Walton Arena. Tiger fans, do you think you have what it takes to be a true Caniac maniac? Prove it at the next home basketball game to win a prize pack courtesy of Raising Cane's. One love. That is a quick trip around the SEC as we continue on the countdown to tip-off. We go back to the Plains and we go back for the recipe for success. Auburn taking on your Tigers coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
In Louisiana, we love our LSU Tigers. When the band strikes up those 4 iconic notes, the fans go wild. At Louisiana Blue, we're Tiger fans too. That's why we've teamed up with LSU Athletics to bring you the compassion of the cross and security of the shield, so you're free to wear your stripes and roar. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue, Louisiana True.
Proud partner of LSU Athletics.
At Hancock Whitney, we don't leave things to chance, including the Tigers season. That's why we ran thousands of our LSU Visa debit cards through every game day ritual around the Gulf South. Get your LSU Visa debit card and some good game day luck for the Tigers this year. Learn more at HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Gotta carry that purple and gold. Hancock Whitney, official bank of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC.
Auburn.com. Number 12084.
Ford presents our exclusive pregame visit with head coach Stephen Pearl. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
Hard to believe we're down to the final regular season home game and you get to honor seniors here tonight.
Yeah, no. Obviously want to send our 8 seniors, our 4 managers, and our 4 players out on a good note. And, crazy that it's already March.
your emotion for as a head coach, your first time to go through this as a head coach. Your father and I talked about this every year, just that the emotion of going through that. And as you mentioned, 4 managers and 4 of these players that are playing for the final time here at Neville Arena.
Yeah, a couple, people that have been in the program for a while and a couple that obviously been here for years. So, you've gone through, a lot of good and some bad together. And obviously the emotions are a little bit heightened on a night like tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how the first one goes. And, more importantly, like we just, more than anything, we just want to get this one for our fans and for our players so we can get a little bit of momentum, going down the stretch.
You look at this LSU ball club, and it's a team. You mentioned this to the team today in the scout. This LSU team has played better away from the Maravich Assembly Center than at home, especially in Southeastern Conference play this year.
Yeah, I mean, 2 of their 3 SEC wins are on the road. They have both in overtime. One was an overtime win at South Carolina. One was a double overtime win at Ole Miss. So it's a team that, is really playing with nothing to lose right now. If you look at their last, 6 games, they've all been very close games, and it's a team that was just playing free and loose, and they got a lot of pieces that can give us some fits. So we just got to not worry about what they do, and we just got to go out there and play with unbelievable effort and energy, and we got to be hungry enough to remember what it feels like to win and be able to enjoy that experience a little bit, because it's worth it. Everything that we talk about is worth that feeling. So chasing that feeling and try and put a couple together here down the stretch.
What is the key to defending the 3? Not only tonight, but I mean down the stretch of this season for your ball club.
Yeah, I mean, McKinnon's a guy on their roster that can really get him up, and you can't lose sight of him. And we're going to do more switching tonight, so we're not having to send as many bodies to help in ball screens like we did earlier in the year. And if we can do that, hopefully they'll try and throw it in the post more, and we'll try and create some turnovers. So, but we just got to do a better job of being disciplined on some of the specific parts of the scout that we talk about in ways to not give up threes. And if we can do that, it'll eliminate, some of the easy ones.
How important is it for Auburn to be a physical basketball team tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they're very physical. They got a couple guys with real size in there. Tamba and Nwoko and Sutton and Robert Miller are all guys that just really crash the offensive glass. They block shots. They're really athletic. They're really physical. They're really strong. So we got to take the fight to them tonight. We can't react. We got to, punch first. And, we can't let them out hustle us, outplay us, because that's what they're really good at.
Any special strategy today with a late night game here tonight?
No, I mean, we've, fortunately and unfortunately, I think our last 6 games have been at 7:30 or later. So, I mean, I guess our guys are kind of used to it at this point, but there's really nothing more that we can do to kind of get our guys prepared, for something this late. It's something that they typically do at home anyway. So hopefully this is kind of right around when they start to wake up. So, no, it's just, another one of those things where we've gotten a little unlucky with the schedule having to play so many late games.
Give me a scout of what you see from LSU from a defensive standpoint today.
Yeah, I mean, they really try and extend catches off the guards. They frame off the bigs like we do. They ice on the side. They guard like us a little bit, so they'll be a little more extended than teams have in the past. And I hope they are, because a lot of teams have been loading the gaps on us and trying to make it difficult for us to drive the ball to the basket. So hopefully they're extended tonight, because that'll play into our hands a little bit. But they fly around. They jump at shot fakes. They we'll mix up some of their coverages. So they have real size and real length that can bother teams. So we just got to do a good job of getting out in transition. We don't have anything, run some offense, and then once the shot goes up, go get it.
How important are shot fakes in your offense tonight?
Yeah, they're huge, because they have 3 or 4 shot blockers in there that will jump at pretty much everything. So got to be disciplined. You got to play off 2 feet. You got to use shot fakes, because that way you can either get guys up to go draw fouls, or you can get guys up in rotation, and you can have advantage on the other side of the offense.
You look at this ball game tonight, last game of the regular season here at home. You're trying to, as you mentioned, get some momentum moving forward. Do you talk to your ball club about that, just kind of a big picture standpoint right now?
Yeah, we have, and it hasn't been great. Not trying to put pressure on the guys, but we just kind of tell it how it is, like where we've been. We've done that all year, as far as where we are, and the the grand scheme of things. So today was more just about like, showing them like what it looks like, showing them some video after the games in locker rooms and how much fun it is after we win. It's like, man, I want to feel that again. We didn't feel that in February, and it really sucked. And I'd like to get back to that. So do whatever is required to have this feeling after the game, and just take it one step at a time, because all it takes is one. If you play well in one game, you can build some momentum and string a few together, and then you're in a totally different position. So that one's got to start tonight.
Appreciate the visit tonight. All the best to you, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Start strong, because these early years matter the most. For tips and tools, visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov. Alabama's children deserve a strong start.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
Jacob Hillman here with you inside Neville Arena. So we bring back in Coach Randall Dickey for his keys to the game, presented by Sun South. Coach, what are your keys to a Tigers victory tonight?
Oh, I think in March, the Tigers have been very balanced over the past few years, combining for aggressive defense and up-tempo explosive offense. That trend is a key for the Tigers to continue something that has been established as a trait and must continue starting tonight. Secondly, defensive board play is important. I don't believe LSU can beat the Tigers on the first shot. They must get second opportunities. Strong defensive rebounding will limit that option. Third is ball movement. That will result in a high assist number. This may be the biggest key, sharing the basketball. If the Tigers can do these three things, they prevail and celebrate on senior night.
All right, quickly in 30 seconds or less, senior night, always an important one. Keyshawn Murphy, Keyshawn Hall, two of your major contributors. How important is it for them to hone it in and get ready to play tonight?
Well, you'd like to see them get off to an easy start, maybe get a layup early or get to the free throw line early, see the ball go into the basket, instead of getting off to an uncomfortable start, and it makes it like pulling teeth. Make it smooth, get off to a good start, play within themselves, enjoy tonight. They'll celebrate, they'll remember this for a long time, and they should do very well. I think both of them will.
Thank you, Coach. We look forward to your call with voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. Coach Randall Dickey's keys to the game are presented by Sun South. Sun South John Deere is the preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. Coach Pearl, he has called it a must-win game all week long as the Tigers play for their tournament lives. It's senior night. It's the 85th consecutive sellout inside Neville Arena, and it'll be time to show what the Tigers are made of tonight against the LSU Fighting Tigers as we get set for tip-off between these two teams here inside Neville Arena. We bring you the starting lineups and tip-off for Auburn and LSU next after these words from your local station. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're an Auburn fan like me and you haven't switched your phone service to War Eagle Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and War Eagle Mobile contributes to Auburn athletics with every payment you make. No contracts, no hidden fees, no reason to put it off another minute. Switch now to the only phone plan built for the Auburn family and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit wareaglemobile.com. That's wareaglemobile.com.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn place kicker Alex McPherson.
I think the only time I really thought, like, am I still going to be able to play football was when we were talking about the surgery. And then my surgeon came in and was like, Ralph Benershka. And I was like, no. And so we looked him up, and he kicked in the NFL with 2 bags. And now I talk to Ralph a lot. And so it's just cool. So we looked him up, and my surgeon assured me, he was like, yeah, you can still play football with a bag. Like, you can do anything with a bag. Like, you could skydive, you can scuba dive, you can do all sorts of things. You don't have to be done playing football. And so that was definitely exciting for me because I didn't want to be done with football.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and number 1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're counting down to the opening tip. Time to introduce the starting 5.
Pettiford, top of the circle. He'll put up a 3 to tie it. It's good!
It's a high between the circles. Screen from Jovic to the left wing for 3. Good.
Anytime you set a screen for Tahad Pettiford, he comes on open. You better look out because he can shoot it in that hole.
Tahad Pettiford, Jersey City, New Jersey, Hudson Catholic High School.
Murphy ahead for Overton. Drives into the lane to the basket. Good.
Beautifully done. Nice steal by Murphy. Made the outlet pass to Overton, and Overton took it coast to coast all the way.
At the top of the circle to Overton. Had the 3, didn't take it. Shot clock at 16. Spins down the lane. Overton. Fade away. 8-footer. Good.
Beautiful little step back.
Kevin Overton, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Norman North High School.
Freeman. Elijah. Good step to the hole and jams it with 2 hands.
What a beautifully one dribble from way behind the 3-point line. Used the Euro step and then slammed it home.
Left wing for Freeman. Goes baseline to the basket. Shoots and missed it. Got it back and put it in.
Extra effort played.
Elijah Freeman, West Palm Beach, Florida, Wellington High School.
Shot is up and it rolls around the rim about 5 times and Keyshawn Murphy.
What an effort. What an effort.
Gets a screen for Murphy. Gets to Murphy to the hole. Good. Purpose to Murphy at the top. He'll pop a wide open 3. Good.
I think you're seeing the experience of Keyshawn Murphy come out in his late stages of the game.
Keyshawn Murphy, Birmingham, Alabama, Ramsey High School.
Gets it underneath. Hall up with a left hand scoop. Left side Hall. 3-ball Hall. Good. Right wing for Keyshawn Hall. Working outside the lane. Now into the lane. Bumps his man. Gets it back up. And in with a foul.
Nice one-on-one move by Keyshawn Hall.
Keyshawn Big R Hall, Cleveland, Ohio, James Ford Road.
The starting lineups have been presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Auburn 15-14 on the season, 6-10 in the SEC. Stephen Pearl in his first season on the Plains, a record of 16-14. Before we get to the LSU lineup, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. LSU 15-14 on the season, 3-13 in SEC play.
Matt McMahon out of Appalachian State in his 4th season in Baton Rouge, a record of 60-67. His 11th season overall, a record of 214 and 134. Jalen Reese runs the point. 6-foot freshman from Orlando, Florida. 5 points, 1.5 rebounds, 3.4 assists. Sharpshooting Max McKinnon on one wing. 6'6" senior from Brisbane, Australia. 15.5 points, 2.6 rebounds. Pablo Tamba on the other wing. A 6'7" grad student from Maega, Spain. 7.9 points, 2.2 rebounds. On the inside, Markel Sutton, a 6'9" senior out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. 13.3 points, 7.3 rebounds. And Mike Nwoko, a 6'10" junior from Toronto, Canada, averaging 13 points and 5.5 rebounds per ball game. So it's Reese, McKinnon, Tamba, Sutton, and Nwoko for LSU. For Auburn, Pettiford, Overton, Freeman, Hall, and Murphy. Hall and Murphy have gone through pregame warm-up or pregame senior day activities, along with C.J. Williams and Reed Trapp. And for Auburn tonight, Tigers right now, they're hoping this is the last home game that Auburn plays, because if it is, in all likelihood, they have made a run into the NCAA tournament. This is the last regular season home game for the Tigers, and hoping that they will not play again here at Neville Arena. Everything else on the road for the rest of this season.
Well, I think if you listen to all the national pundits out there and the people in talk shows and the different things, everything is out in front of the Tigers. All they got to do is go reach and get it and get a hold of it, and it starts no earlier than tonight. You've got to go get this. Establish yourself early in this first 5 minutes. I'd like to see them win the corners tonight, the first and the last 5 minutes of each half.
Auburn in the home white uniforms, tops and bottoms, with the blue numerals and lettering and the orange trim, the orange sashes down each side. LSU on the road tonight in the purple uniforms with the gold numerals and lettering. We'll keep you up to date on what's happening across the way over at Plainsman Park. They're in the top half of the ninth on the Yellowwood scoreboard. Auburn baseball on top 6-2 as Sanford comes to the plate in the top half of the ninth inning there. That Auburn baseball team will host Winthrop in the final non-conference weekend series for the Tigers this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 6 o'clock on Friday, 6 o'clock on Saturday, and 1 o'clock on Sunday. Boy, the guy to watch out for in this LSU offense, number 3, Max McKinnon. We know how much three-point shooting has given Auburn fits. That's the best one they've got.
He certainly can fill it up. He's going to put it up. He's offensive-minded. He's going to look for that shot. One thing I'm concerned about also is the penetrated pitch to him. The penetrate away from him toward his area makes our guys have to help, and then it opens him up for the shot. So we've got to contain the basketball on the one side of it that's away from him. Therefore, his man doesn't have to leave.
Mike Nwoko will jump it up against Keyshawn Murphy. The trap is controlled by LSU, and we're underway at Neville Arena. LSU basketball. Reese out to the left wing. Looks to the top. Tamba there. He goes down the left wing for McKinnon. Top of the circle for Reese. Has to run it down at midcourt. Reese between the circles. Off the right wing for Sutton. Low post. Underneath for Tamba. 7 to shoot for LSU. Top of the circle, Nwoko. Down the right side, it's Reese. Up from about 16. He missed it. And the rebound pulled down by Hall.
That's a good way to start for the Tigers.
Auburn basketball. Hall at the right wing. Picks up the dribble. Throws it to Murphy outside the arc. Now back between the circles, it's Pettiford. To Hod. Leaves for Freeman. Shot clock at 15. Down the right wing, it's Murphy outside the arc. Murph hands to Pettiford. Free ball, fadeaway. Good!
That's a great way to start. When defensive stop the first possession, and Tahad Pettiford hitting the 3 the second.
3-0 Auburn. 18:59 first half of play. LSU basketball. Jalen Reese works on Freeman out at the top. Bounce pass off the left side for Nwoko. Drives on Murphy into the lane. Spins with the left hand. Goes up with the right hand and scores.
Just took him one-on-one down deep. The LSU is starting a bigger lineup tonight. They're strong on the front line. Looks like that's what they're going to try to do is go inside.
Nwoko shoots 62% in the SEC. That's best in the league. 3-2 Auburn. Hall, right wing 3. Missed it. Weak side rebound pulled in by Reese. And here's LSU on the break. 3-2 Auburn, LSU basketball. Reese at the left hash. Nearly double team. Nwoko down the lane, puts it up. He got it to fall.
Nwoko's kind of gotten off to a good start. He went 1-on-1 against Murphy on the first possession, come right back and get the little floater on the second.
Pettiford across midcourt. Tigers of Auburn trail 4-3. Murphy, low post, great pass. Overton on the layup, puts it in.
Really nice design play. Went to the 1-4 set and sent Overton back door.
Sutton to McKinnon on the wing. Top of the circle for Tamba. Tamba gets a screen for Nwoko. Hands it to McKinnon. Picked up. And another screen by Hall to Tamba. Drives it on Murphy. Loses it out of bounds. That's Auburn ball.
Really good defense. Look like the Tigers are very active. They look like they're strong. On the physical side of it, they're really fighting through screens and trying to contain that basketball.
They set a double screen. McKinnon couldn't get open, however. Good job that time.
Yes.
Pettiford across midcourt. Auburn leads it by a score of 5-4. Tahad between the circles, behind the back dribble off the right side. It's Overton. Kevin, top of the key. 3 ball straight away. In and out. And the rebound pulled in by Sutton for LSU. Ahead to Reese across midcourt. Reese, ball knocked away from behind. Freeman ahead to Pettiford. On the break, Tahad to the hole. Lays it up, missed it. Rebound up is good by Hall.
That's why you always try to follow your shot. He missed the layup. Hall was there for the stick back.
7-4, Auburn on top. Down the right side, Nwoko. He's 2 for 2 on the night. Puts it up. He missed that one. The rebound pulled in by Overton for Auburn. Tigers lead it by 3. Auburn ball. Overton all the way to the hole off the glass. He didn't get it. He went down. No foul, and here is LSU the other way. 5 on 4. Reese down the right side of the lane. Spins up from about 5. It's good.
That's a little bit too easy. I like to see the Tigers come off that defensive board and push it hard down the floor. They had a layup. Overton just missed and gave up one on the other end.
7-6 Auburn on top. Hall outside the arc. Keyshawn left wing for Murph. They give him the 3. He doesn't take it. Now backs his man into the lane. Spins to the hole. Up, and he missed it. Oh, goodness, he missed the bunny.
Back-to-back bunnies for the Tigers on misses right at the basket.
Here's McKinnon, open 3. Left wing, wide open. He knocked it home. Auburn didn't get back.
2 bad mistakes. Missed the layup, and then do not find McMillan coming down the floor wide open on the wing. Gave up a 3.
9-7 LSU. 16:06 in the first half of play. Hall at the left wing. 2 Overton, top of the circle for Pettiford. A screen from Murphy. Inside the arc, inside the lane. To the basket, good.
Beautiful lay-in. Tahad was very patient on his snaking through the lane, and he found it, hit a burst of speed, and got right to the rim.
9-9 the score, LSU basketball. 15:45 first half of play. Reese, top of the circle for LSU. To the left wing for McKinnon on a curl. Down the lane, he lost it. Ball is loose. Here's Auburn the other way. 4 on 3. Hall to the basket, lobs it. Freeman, alley-oop!
Fast break basketball is like Auburn style right there. They had 3 guys share the basketball and got a dunk out of it.
Somebody's lost their shoe, and the officials will stop the play. It's an LSU player. It's Nwoko, and we have a timeout on the floor. First half tonight presented by Southern Union. Conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn, Southern Union offers classes that easily transferred to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. 15:26 in the first. Auburn 11, LSU 9. And Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Hey, Mom, sorry for the late message. It's been absolutely crazy here. And this morning, I went for a run on Kailua Beach and saw the most insane sunrise. I sent some photos. And then this afternoon, we worked on another Black Hawk. My new unit is amazing. I'm learning a ton. And guess what? You called it. I'm going surfing on Sunday. And we're going to... All right. Yeah, cool. Be right there. I gotta go. I'll see you next week. I love you.
Learn how you can be all you can be at GoArmy.com.
There's Team Pride, and then there's Extra Tiger Pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier, too. Visit Regents.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken and War Eagle with Chick-fil-A.
15:26 remaining in the first half. Auburn 11, LSU 9. LSU out 25 in the shot clock when play resumes. Sensagreen is tonight's game sponsor. Auburn fans know that for air that is cool and clean, get HVAC smart. Call Sensagreen Heating, Cooling, and Insulation with Carrier. For the world we share. Along with Randall Dickey and Jacob Hillman, I'm Andy Burcham. 11-9 Auburn on top in this one. Auburn shooting 5 of 10 from the field. LSU 4 of 6. And they honor Gus and Christy Malzahn here at the ballpark tonight. See Gus and Christy back sitting right next to the Auburn bench with the Nevels.
Oh, that's good. The Tigers are off to a good start. They got 4 points off turnovers. They've got 8 points in the paint. They've got 3 assists on the night, shooting 50% from the field. Really good way to start. Shot selection has been awesome.
Blake Michalek, Philip Jovich, Sebastian Williams-Adams check in at the timeout break for Auburn. Reese at the top, 20 on the shot clock. Gets a screen, picked up by Jovich and a switch. Reese to McKinnon, picked up by Overton. Spins, loses the ball, it's loose. It's Jovich the other way, and it's knocked away from behind by Tamba for LSU. Across midcourt, Jalen Reese, picked up by Jovich. Into the key, off the left side. Kicks it on the left wing, it goes for Sutton. Back to the top, Reese, now to Miller. Miller, and he lost it. Here's Auburn the other way, 3-on-2. Overton, inside the arc. Kicks it on the wing for Blake Michalek to the corner, Hall. Down the left side, 3-ball Hall, short. And the rebound to Sutton for LSU.
Really didn't catch that ball in rhythm with his body. Kind of forced that shot up a little bit.
11-9 Auburn, 14:33 first half. Tamba, right side, 3-ball in the air, Sutton good.
Just back-to-back mistakes by Hall that time. Marginal shot on one end, and then it did not close out defensively on the other. The Tigers have played smart up to this point, need to continue that.
30th 3 of the year for Sutton gives LSU a 12-11 lead. Jovich to Keyshawn Hall. Down the right side of the lane, picks it up, right side of the key. Out to the top for Blake Michalek. Shot clock down to 11. To Jovich, down the right side of the lane, spins left, up with the left hand, and under, and it couldn't go. And Tamba rebounds ahead for Reese for LSU.
It's really 3 baskets the Tigers have missed right at the goal.
Reese, 3-ball, Reese, in and out, rebound Hall for Auburn. Keyshawn up the middle of the floor for the Tigers of Auburn. Down 2 or down 1 Auburn ball, and Sway went down near the baseline right side. A foul will go against LSU. First foul of the night for either team. It's called against Robert Miller III, a 6'10" sophomore out of Houston. So that's a couple Houston guys going at each other.
They did. Sway ran rim run on the fast break, ran front of the rim, and he just pushed him off the block, ended up pushing him down, causing a foul.
Out of bounds, baseline right. Jovich right back to Overton. Lost the ball and was fouled on the way up. And Kevin Overton goes to the line where he is 65 of his last 69. Foul was whistled, by the way, against P.J. Carter. Excuse me, Randall.
Kevin Overton's an outstanding free throw shooter. Actually leads the SEC in free throw shooting at 91% in the SEC play.
First free throw is good for KO.
Really been solid all year at the free throw line. But he turned the corner on that jump shot. I thought he was going to have a little crip shot there, but they ended up fouling him on the shot.
Second free throw, and Auburn goes up by a point. 13-12 Auburn. 13:38 first half of play. Jalen Reese, left-hand dribble across midcourt. Auburn fights through 2 screens as Reese goes right wing, picked up by Jovich. Now top of the circle for Sutton. Sutton against Overton there. Shot clock at 15 for LSU. Hands the ball to Miller. Miller now to Carter. Down the low post. The shot is up and it is good from Miller. Boy, Michalek got absolutely crushed in a screen. Miller gives LSU a lead.
Miller just took him out right there and then got the long roll for the layup.
Jovich, Overton. Auburn trails by a point. 13 minutes, 1 second in the first half. Jovich at the top, 2 KO. Down the right side of the lane. 15-footer. In and out. Rebound LSU.
It's a good-looking jump shot. It just did not go down. Nice shot selection. He should have taken that. Just didn't make it.
Carter between the circles. Miller against Overton. Picks it up. Reese on the wing, picked up by Machalik. Goes baseline. And Blake picked his pocket. Here's Auburn the other way with Hall leading the charge. Keyshawn to the hole. Goes up. He didn't get it.
Well,
Boy, Auburn's missed. Oh,
yeah,
my.
Right at the basket. That's a fourth one we've missed right at the goal. Got to make those. Maybe we will throughout this game.
Sutton at the top. It's Carter. Bounce pass out to the top for Reese. Watch out for number 7 on the floor right now. He is a three-point gunner. And he's tied up with Machalik. And there's a ball to Reese underneath, and it's tapped in on the low post by Robert Miller III, and LSU goes up by 3, 16-13.
Just came up with a 50-50 ball. Just kind of got a gift that time for the LSU Tigers.
Jovic. Sway tapped to Keyshawn Hall at the top. Hall underneath for Jovic, and a foul from behind, and it will go against Markel Sutton, the senior out of Tulsa, and it takes us to a timeout. 11:48 remaining in the first half. The score, LSU 16, Auburn 13. On the Victory is proud to be the official events experiences company of the Auburn Tigers. Experience Auburn like never before through On to Victory. See upcoming events and sponsorship opportunities at ontovictory.com. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Conecuh Sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh Sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh Sausage, since 1947, a real winner.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Auburn family, it's time to join the coolest club on the plains, Aubie's Kids Club, presented by Chaffee's. Memberships for the upcoming school year are on sale now. Your favorite Tigers Kids Club offers 2 membership options. They give you awesome gear like an Auburn t-shirt, a men's basketball SEC Champions medal sign, and more. Throughout the year, you can check in at Auburn Athletics events to receive points, earn prizes, and you'll also get invited to special events only available through Aubie's Kids Club. Head to auburntigers.com/kids club to sign up today. War Eagle. Auburn trails LSU 16-13 at the under 12 break here in the first half. Jacob Hillman here courtside checking the Yellowwood scoreboard as they've gone final in Gainesville. 5th-ranked Florida defeats Mississippi State 108-74 as it claims its outright SEC title. And in progress now, Ole Miss leading 24th-ranked Vanderbilt 54-52. 10.5 minutes to go in that ball game in Oxford. Now back to the action here in Neville Arena. Here's voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey.
Shahad Pettiford back into the ball game for Auburn, joining Freeman, Sway, Jovic, and Hall for Auburn.
Well, the missing easy baskets right now has got the Tigers into a little bit of a bind. Show why we've dropped down from 50% shooting the first segment to this segment at 36% on 5 of 14.
Doesn't have a field goal in the last 3:45.
Yeah, got to get those balls right at the basket to go in. We've missed 4 of those.
Auburn trails by 3. Hall will trigger baseline right. Near the corner, it's Sway. To the wing, Jovic. Top of the circle, Pettiford. Tahad picked up by Carter. 13 to shoot for Auburn. Now to Jovic, right back to Pettiford. Turns the corner. Down the right side of the lane. Fadeaway 15-footer, switch.
Nice little spin move there by Tahad Pettiford. Came off that ball screen with a dribble handoff and really made a nice move on it.
Trims the lead to 1. LSU basketball. Right wing King. Picked up by Jovic. Left wing Carter, 3. Nope, air ball. Rebounded by Sway. Ahead to Pettiford. Chance for Auburn to regain the lead. Pettiford, hesitation. 3 ball. In and out. Rebound to LSU, P.J. Carter.
It's a good time to take a quick 3 right there. He just hit a basket. He just actually missed it.
Carter to Rashad King, left hash. Works on Sway. Crossover in the lane. Lost it, got it back. Kicks it right side. Markel Sutton against Pettiford. To the baseline, to the basket with the left hand. It's good.
Just got to stay on the floor. Don't let them give them any angles to the basket. That time left the feet. They stepped right around and laid it in.
18-15. LSU on top. 10.5 minutes to go first half. Pettiford lobs it. Low post. Jovic. Good.
Beautiful little give and go. Little two-man play between Pettiford and Jovic at the top of the key. And Jovic rolls right to the basket for two.
Trims the lead to one. 18-17 LSU. Carter to King. Lost it. Got it back near the left hash in front of the Auburn bench. Into the center, or into the circle for Nwoko. Off of his hand and out of bounds. Touched last for Auburn by Pettiford, but off of Nwoko and out of bounds, and that will be the 7th turnover for LSU.
Really good help side defense by Tahad Pettiford. He saw the guy drive. He came off his man, got a hand on the ball, and the guy actually kicked it out of bounds.
Carter out, Reese in at the point for LSU. Auburn trails by a point. 10 minutes and 2 seconds in the first half of play. Pettiford center circle against Reese. Gets a screen inside the arc, right side. Underneath for Jovic, up with a double hand hammer.
Back to Tahad Pettiford assist to Philip Jovic for the slam dunk.
4-point run for Auburn. Tigers lead it by 1. 19-18 Auburn. LSU basketball. Reese center circle. Left wing. King around the perimeter. Reese on the right wing. Low post. Shot is up, and it is good, and a 3-point opportunity for Mike Nwoko.
They run a set play for that time. They had kind of been in a little bit of a draw on the 4 or 5 of their last baskets. That time they jammed it right down to Nwoko, and he laid it in the basket.
Foul was whistled against Keyshawn Hall. It's Auburn's first as Hall comes out. And Murphy back into the Auburn lineup. And Nwoko at the line where he's a 74% free throw shooter. Transfer from Mississippi State. Best field goal percentage in the SEC at 62%. And his free throw is good.
Well, everything he's shooting is right at the basket. The closer you are to the basket, most of the time the percentages become higher, but he's been very effective.
3-point play gives LSU a 21-19 lead. Auburn ball, Murphy to Pettiford. Screen from Murph at the key. Floating one-hander, didn't go. Rebound tapped up. Pettiford had it, but lost it out of bounds.
Turned the corner that time. He thought he had a nice, easy jump shot. They closed on him. He changed hands and put it in his right hand with a little bit of a floater. Just did not quite have the touch for it to go down.
LSU by 2 and the basketball. Reese, right wing. Picked up by Freeman there. Sutton down the left side of the lane. Gets cut off on the baseline. Stripped by Overton. Right to LSU, however. Whistle, and they're going to have to do something with the shot clock.
Yes, it reset.
Sure did. 8:56 in the first half. LSU 21, Auburn 19. They're going to reset the shot clock, though.
I would think they'd go back to 30 or 20 on that.
They went to 27. Okay. LSU out of bounds down the left sideline. McKinnon back in. To Reese at midcourt, guarded closely by Freeman. LSU with the 2-point lead in the ball. Reese on the right wing, a screen from McKinnon. Now at the top, it's Sutton. Sutton outside the arc, right side, drives on Sebastian Williams-Adams. Bumps his way into the lane and lost it. Sway with a steal and a foul.
It's another good team defense by the Tigers. They collapsed on the post up that time. Got a hand in there. LSU actually fouled.
And that's the second foul on Markel Sutton. I'm surprised he's still in the ballgame.
Well, LSU does not play a lot of guys. They only play about 7 or 8 guys. So they're going to get him, though. I see a guy coming to the scorer's table.
Pettiford. Murphy, right side of the key. To Pettiford again. Everything going through Sway. Left wing 3. In and out. Rebound LSU. Everything going right now through Pettiford for Auburn. LSU by 2 with the ball. Kennedy, or rather King, drives it into the lane. Out to the top, Nwoko. Right back to King. To the baseline, left side. Steps outside the arc. Low poke, Nwoko. against Sway. Knocks him down. Block on Sway.
They're going to try to make that two-man play on their side. Try to get Nwoko one-on-one on that block every time they can.
7:59 remaining in the first half. LSU basketball when we return. Fighting Tigers lead Auburn 21-19. 8-day tickets are on sale now at optix.com or the Tickets tab in the Auburn Athletics app. Big plans to be on the plains for the return of the 8-day game Saturday, April 18th. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
At East Alabama Health, our team of employees and physicians is ranked among the best season after season. In the past year alone, Becker's has named us one of the top 150 places to work in healthcare. Newsweek has called us the best in-state hospital. And for the second year in a row, Newsweek also named us as one of America's best maternity hospitals. But you know what makes us most proud at East Alabama Health? Is being an official partner of the Auburn Tigers. Join our winning team today at eastalabamahealth.org.
The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back? You've got some nerve showing up here again, looking all delicious with your fresh all-beef patties, melty cheeses, grilled peppers and onions, and jalapeno ranch. When I want you, you're nowhere to be found. And now you're back? Aw, get in here. We just missed you, that's all. The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back for a limited time and harder to resist than ever. Download the app. What a burger!
Back to Neville Arena for more Auburn basketball.
7:59 in the first half. LSU 21, Auburn 19. Auburn 8 of 20 from the field. LSU 9 of 13 from the field. And LSU out rebounding Auburn 11-5 in the early going. One of the big differences in Auburn's favor, 8 turnovers for LSU to 1 for Auburn. Tigers have taken advantage with 6 points off turnovers by LSU.
Yeah, Auburn's fought its way back to a 40% field goal shooting. Better shot selection on that segment. They've got 6 points off the turnovers, but the big key is 5 assists on 8 made baskets.
King will trigger baseline left out to the top for Reese. Picked up by Tahad Pettiford. Into the key for Tamba. Drives it down the right side of the lane. Leans in, goes up, and he scores.
I think LSU feels like they've got a real mismatch on that power forward spot going against Sway. Right at that time, they just isolated him on the elbow and took him one-on-one right to the goal.
LSU's biggest lead of the night by 4. Pettiford, right side of the key to the top, KO. Overton backs up on the right-hand dribble, switches to the left, now between the legs. Top of the circle, it's Murphy. They'll give him the 3. Senior takes it, missed it. Rebound Sway. Right wing, corner, free ball, Overton. Good.
Nice hustle play. Sway kicked it out to Pettiford. Pettiford found the open Overton in the corner, and he buried the 3. Good assist there by Tahad.
Auburn down 1, 23-22, LSU basketball. King, right wing, picked up by Sway. Thought about driving on Sebastian, backed it up. Now top of the circle, picked up by Pettiford. And now Overton to Nwoko. Shot clock at 7. Reese penetrates. Down to the baseline. On the wing, it's Nwoko. 3 to shoot. Tamba in the key. Free ball, Tamba. Didn't get that one. Rebound, Freeman. Skies for it. Here's Auburn on the break.
There.
Pettiford, low post, and throws it. It's foul. It's going to be Tamba called for a foul going over the back, I believe, of Murphy.
Really a nice job by Keyshawn Murphy. Rim running straight to the basket, anchored up right in front of the basket, the goal, begging for the ball. As he was starting to receive it, he gets fouled.
Sebastian Williams-Adams out. Keyshawn Hall in for Auburn. Out of bounds, baseline right. Pettiford will trigger. Lobs it. Murphy near the right corner. Hands to Pettiford. Brings it up the sideline, right side. Shot clock at 20. Spins. Being guarded closely by Rashad King. Murphy. One dribble to the free throw line. Spins down the lane. Head fake. Lost it. And there's LSU the other way.
Got to get back.
King drives on Freeman. Baseline right. It's packed away by Pettiford. And here's Freeman ahead for Hall. Hall, big step. Nice pass underneath. Murphy puts it in off the glass.
Team basketball, good outlet pass. Hall takes it, makes the defense take him, lays it off to Murphy, and Murphy powers it to the goal for 2 points.
And Auburn goes up. 24-23. 5-0 run by Auburn. LSU basketball. In the key, it's Reese. Low post, Tamba. Nwoko against Freeman. Up with the right hand. He got fouled from behind by Murphy.
Murphy had to go down and help Elijah Freeman. Freeman was just buried right underneath the basket. A little bit different level of play between Tamba and Elijah Freeman. It's Freeman was fighting for his life, so Murph had to come down and help him end up fouling.
Take on game day with a great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Nwoko for 2. And the first is good. Nwoko, last week, in that win, that double overtime win at Ole Miss, a perfect 10 of 10 from the free throw line. He's 2 of 2 tonight.
Well, he's putting in work. He's already got 8 points, and he's putting in some good work, and he's a good, solid free throw shooter.
P.J. Carter back into the lineup, replacing Markel Sutton for LSU. They get a little bit smaller with this lineup right now. Nwoko trying to give LSU the lead here. And he does. And now he'll come out, and Robert Miller III is in on the low post. LSU 25, Auburn 24, 5:47 to go in the first half of play. Auburn basketball. Pettiford down the left side on the wing. Overton at the top. It's Murphy. He'll pop a 3. Nope.
Looks like they're trying to dare Murph to take that shot. He needs to get his body in rhythm, get his knees over his toes, and have a good follow through, and he'll make that.
That is his spot for the 3 straight away. Reese picked up by Murphy in a switch. That means Miller is on the low post behind Freeman. Reese down the lane, and there's a steal. Pettiford on a rakeaway. Tahad to the hole. Right hand hammer.
Fast break basketball, way to run through. Good defense by Tahad. Gets him a slam dunk on the fast break.
Auburn 26, LSU 25. LSU basketball at the top. Tamba hands it to McKinnon. Back to Tamba to the hole. Goes up and he scores.
Just powers right through Elijah Freeman. He started to challenge that. He just went right between his arms and laid it in the basket. One thing Elijah will get better at is he gets older. He'll get stronger and be able to defend that play.
Back and forth we go. 27-26 LSU. Pettiford. Hesitation move. Goes up for a reverse and was fouled at the rim. And Tahad goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 for Auburn, where he has hit 37 of his last 41.
Tahad is a terrific guard. When he uses that change of pace dribble, he is so explosive, can get by the first wave, and all of a sudden he's at the rim.
Miller whistled for his second foul, and Pettiford at the line for 2. The first free throw ties the game. Good start for Tahad tonight. That's 10 points on the night with 3 assists for Tahad Pettiford, tied at 27. Freeman comes out, and Sebastian Williams-Adams back into the Auburn lineup. Also, Murphy out for Auburn, and Jovic back in for Auburn. Pettiford's second free throw, he missed it long. We're tied at 27, LSU basketball. Reese across midcourt for LSU. Picked up by Jovic in a switch. Reese at the top for Tamba. At fake at 3. Off the left wing for Reese. Shot clock at 10. Reese against Jovic. Into the lane. Fade away off the glass. He didn't get it. Rebound, Sebastian Williams-Adams just took it away from Tamba.
Went way above the rim to grab that defensive board.
Pettiford on the right wing for Auburn. Long 3. Tahad short. And the rebound to McKinnon. Auburn now 2 of 10 from 3. McKinnon at the right wing. Gets through a double team to the basket. Reverse layup, didn't get it. Rebound out of there. Here's Overton ahead. Hall races to the basket, gets fouled, and makes the shot with a reverse.
Outstanding fast break basketball. They were tough on the defense, came up with a loose ball. Overton to Hall. Hall all the way to the basket, and what a shot to give him a chance to get a 3-point play.
You are right. Auburn 29, LSU 27, 3:46 to go in the first half. And with each Tigers three-pointer, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services makes a $25 donation to Outlet, which benefits local cancer patients and treatment centers. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit. But we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Auburn baseball tickets are on sale now. Single-game general admission tickets are available for as low as $15. Prices fluctuate based on the opponent and day of the week. 8-game mini plans are on sale for $112. Flex plan vouchers are available for home games excluding premium SEC series. Learn more about the pricing structure and availability and buy your tickets today by going to the Tickets tab in the Auburn Athletics app or visiting aubtix.com. Take your place in Plainsman Park this season with Auburn baseball.
Auburn by 2 over LSU with 3:46 to go here in the first half in Neville Arena. Jacob Hillman here checking the Yellowwood scoreboard, where they're going to go down to the wire in Oxford between the 24th-ranked Vanderbilt Commodores and Ole Miss Rebels. We'll tell you all about it at Connect at halftime. We'll also look around Auburn athletics and give you the first half stats. And until then, here's voice of the Tigers, Andy Urchin, and Coach Randall Dickey.
Keyshawn Hall about to go to the free throw line for an and one on a truly circus shot for Keyshawn on a drive to the basket, a bit of a continuation move. Fouled in the act of shooting and still got off a reverse layup for the bucket. And Hall now with the and one opportunity. As we talk, he has 202 free throws this season's made. Second on the Auburn list, John Mangel back in 1971 with 208. And Hall is at the line for this and one opportunity, and he missed it. Goodness.
Tigers are playing better. 44% field goal shooting, 10 points off turnovers with 9 steals.
Todd Pettiford leads Auburn with 10. 6th time this year he's had 10 points in the first, or double digits in the first half. He's already tied a career high with 4 steals, and they get an alley-oop underneath as Tamba knocks it home for LSU.
The set play they called on the timeout that time, it sucked the defense over on one side and opened up the backside basket for LSU.
29 apiece. Hall on the wing, a screen from Jovic to the free throw line, down the lane. Off the right side, it comes to Freeman. He steps back for 3. Good!
Nice three-point shot. The Tigers are really the biggest stat of the night. That should be the 9th assist on 13 made baskets when the Tigers share the basketball. Yes. And I really like the tempo and the fluidity of our offense tonight.
Auburn by 3, 32-29, 2:47 on a counting clock in the first. Tamba against Sway, out on the top. Left-hand dribble off the left side. Down the left side of the lane. Goes up, it's blocked from behind. Tamba saves it, gets it to McKinnon at the top. He missed an open 3. Sebastian with the rebound, ahead to Hall. Keyshawn Hall at the left wing. Drives it baseline, through the lane, reverse layup, good.
When the Tigers really push it hard, it makes the defense have to run back, and with an angle, Keyshawn Hall, no one in the SEC is better with an angle driving to the basket than him.
This is Auburn's largest lead of the half, 5, 34-29. 2:07 in the first half, LSU ball. Reese, left wing, McKinnon. Guarded closely by Overton, near a double team. Out to the top, it comes for Tamba. To the right wing for Reese, shot clock at 6. Carter springs free for 3 and knocks it home.
They run in the old screen, the screener play that time, and left the shooter wide open on the last screen for an open 3 ball.
78% of his shots are threes.
everything behind the arc, is, so to speak.
2-point
LSU
Auburn
goes to the zone here, Andy.
34-32 Tigers against the zone of LSU. Jovic, Overton at the top, 14 to shoot. Looks right, kicks it to the corner for Hall. Head fake at 3, 2 off their feet. Hall to the hole, and he's fouled.
Outstanding shot fake. Going to take the 3 ball. 2 guys close on him. He shot fakes. Both of them fly out of bounds. He drives it to the basket hard. Starts to make a layup. They just bulldoze him over. Now he's going to get 2 more free throws.
Yes. He sold that one well, didn't he?
I think so. I think so.
He was fouled, but he sold it. He's at the line for 2. 4th in the SEC in league scoring at 20.6 points. Actually, that's on the season. First free throw. Good.
Just for all our young listeners out there, one thing that makes him such an outstanding free throw shooter, he does the same routine every time the ball touches his hands. He's smooth with it, one motion down and up.
Second free throw. Good. Hall now 204 free throws, 4 away from Auburn's season record. And the Tigers call a 30-second timeout for defense. Auburn leads at 36-32, a minute 23 to go in the first half. LSU is 59% from the field, 13 of 22, 3 of 7 from 3, and 3 of 3 from free throw line. Auburn, 14 of 29 from the field, 3 of 11 from 3, and 5 of 7 from the free throw line. 9 assists for Auburn in the first half, 10 for LSU.
It's outstanding. The pace of the game is really a high-level SEC game. I'm interested to see what the Tigers do. They call a timeout this time on the defensive front here to see if they change their ball screen defense, whether they continue to switch or do they trap the ball screen or do they hedge, because one of the cross screening has really hurt the Tigers tonight. Down underneath the basket with Nwoko, they've got to get that covered.
Nwoko leads LSU with 9 points in the first half. Actually 11, excuse me. Reese across midcourt, picked up by Pettiford. Right wing pass is deflected and out of bounds right in front of us. We were ready. Jacob Hillman was up and ready. The ball just didn't come this far.
It's almost as quick as a hiccup there, Jacob.
That's right. 22 in the shot clock for LSU. McKinnon will trigger. Down the right sideline to Reese. Shot clock at 20. Reese against Pettiford. Right wing pass deflected and nearly taken the other way by Jovic. He knocked it out of bounds. Auburn at least being disrupted defensively here.
Very active with their feet and with their hands, and they're getting deflections.
And that brings the jungle into it.
Hey, whenever time Tahad Pettiford looks at the jungle, they're screaming they're going to raise the roof here in a second.
109 in the first. Shot clock at 13 for LSU. Reese across midcourt. Lobs it for Nwoko against Jovic outside the arc. 6 to shoot. Tamba with 4 to shoot. Carter with 3. 4-3, didn't get it. Rebound Auburn. 52 seconds and a half, Auburn ball.
Could play 2 for 1 here.
For Overton. Pettiford, corner, 3. Freeman, good!
Got a chance 2 for 1. We're going to get the basketball back. Really smart play by the Tigers. A way to push that basketball down the floor quickly. Found the open Elijah Freeman deep in the corner for 3.
7-point lead for Auburn. 39-32. Tigers of Auburn have hit their last 4 field goals. You talked about the corners of each half, Randall. Auburn's doing that. They did it to start the ball game. They're certainly doing that in the last 5 minutes or last 4 minutes of this first half of play.
Well, I think just the biggest thing that I'm so impressed with this first half, up to this point with 43 seconds to go, the Tigers are sharing the basketball with 9 assists, 10 assists actually, on 15 made baskets. They're finding the open guys and they're shooting the ball in rhythm and really sharing the pace and spreading the wealth out.
43.8 seconds in the first. Auburn 39, LSU 32.
What I mentioned earlier on the 2 for 1, when you had the ball in about 52 seconds, the Tigers could take a quick 3 like they did. Elijah Freeman made it. Now they got 43 seconds back. They're going to get the ball back to go to the end of the half.
Reese across midcourt for LSU. They're going to screen for him. Nope, they don't. They kick it to the left wing for Tamba. Now down the right side for McKinnon. Low post Nwoko. Fade away, and he was fouled.
That's the second time they do that overload. What LSU does is put every guy on one side of the floor, put Nwoko on the block, and then throw over the top because they know Auburn is fronting the low post players, and so they throw over the top. That time they had to foul, put Nwoko on the line again.
Jovic whistled for his first. And Nwoko at the line for a couple. He has yet to miss. Now 4 of 4 from the charity stripe.
Well, he's the most productive player the LSU has had this first half.
By far.
He has just been hard to handle on that block, and they have isolated him and got him the basketball.
Nwoko, perfect from the line, 5 of 5. He has 12. Trims Auburn's lead, 39-34, Auburn ball. Auburn can basically work for a final shot here. Hall in the logo, now in the center circle for Auburn. 19 to shoot for Auburn. 15 to shoot for Auburn. Hall against Tumba. Hall between the legs, dribble, crossover dribble down the right side of the lane. Goes up and didn't get it, but he was fouled with 9 on the shot clock.
A little bit early, I think. Coach Pearl would like to have a few more seconds off that clock to limit the opportunity for LSU to get it back, but at least Hall goes to the free throw line again for 2.
McKinnon called for the foul. Keyshawn at the line for a couple, 12.1 seconds of the first half, and the first free throw is Rip City.
Nobody's really got any problems as foul trouble that's on the floor with this last 12 seconds. I'd like to see the Tigers really be tough defensively, not let LSU get a basket.
Keyshawn knocks home both. That gives him 4 free throws on the night, 206. Now 2 away from tying Auburn's season average, or season record. Most importantly, gives Auburn a 41-34 lead. The 12.1 seconds. LSU can work for a final shot here. Reese, across midcourt, 7 seconds in the half. Reese, left wing, picked up by Jovic. Down the left side of the lane, puts one up, it's short. Rebound Freeman. Ahead to Pettiford, tried to get off a shot, he did not. And the first half comes to a close, and a good first half of basketball for Auburn.
Outstanding play by the Tigers. They really competed hard. They're playing well. The pace of the game is in their favor.
At the break, Auburn 41, LSU 34 in the regular season home finale. And now it's time for Conecuh halftime, and here is Jacob Hillman.
It was a back and forth first half between Auburn and LSU with 14 lead changes and 5 ties in that first half. LSU led for 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Auburn led for 8 minutes and 19 seconds. We'll get to the first half stats in a couple of segments here on Conecuh halftime. Conecuh is the official hot dog and smoked sausage of the Auburn Tigers, and we will check the Yellowwood scoreboard to start things off here with Auburn up by 7 points. In the SEC, they are coming down to the wire in Oxford, 68-68 between Vanderbilt and Ole Miss with 2:48 to go in that ball game. Tyler Tanner leads the way for the Commodores with 23 points, 6 assists, and 4 steals. Finals on the Yellowwood scoreboard in the SEC. 23rd ranked Tennessee got things started with a 78-59 win over South Carolina as J.P. Estrella and Felix Okpara combined for 42 points in Nate Amon's absence, as Jacoby Gillespie had a career-high 12 assists. Michi Johnson scores 20 points for South Carolina on senior night. The SEC outright championship was clinched by Florida tonight by way of 16th-ranked Alabama losing at Georgia 98-88. There was a 20-minute delay in that game due to clock issues where they had to finish the last 8 minutes of that game with the PA announcer actually counting down the shot clock. Cannon Catchings had a career-high 32 points for the Bulldogs to lead them to a 9-8 SEC record so far. Oklahoma defeats Missouri 80-64 on a 62% field goal shooting night and 55% from 3. The Sooners had 5 players with 11-plus points and forced Missouri into 16 turnovers, which resulted in 25 Sooner points. That's an important result as Auburn, going into tonight, held a 1-game lead over Oklahoma in the SEC standings. In the SEC tournament, that will be very important for seeding purposes. The Tigers, if they hold on tonight, will continue to hold that 1-game lead going into the final regular season Saturday. Texas A&M defeated Kentucky 96-85 behind a first-half run of 27-3 to close things out in the first 20 minutes. Rylan Griffin scored 21 points as the Aggies and Wildcats are now tied at 10-7 in the SEC. Fifth-ranked Florida takes down Mississippi State 108-74 to put an exclamation point on that SEC championship. And Alex Condon had 26 points and 7 rebounds to lead the way for the Gators. In top 25 action, they're going to get underway at 10 Central between 9th-ranked Nebraska and the UCLA Bruins out in L.A. And an upset in the Big 12. TCU defeated 10th-ranked Texas Tech 73-65. Xavier Edmonds had 20 points and 12 rebounds for the Horned Frogs. 11th-ranked Illinois defeated Oregon 80-54 to move to 14-5 in the Big 10. The Ducks fall to 4-15. Andre Stojakovic had 21 points and 12 rebounds for the double-double for the Fighting Illini. 13th-ranked Virginia beats Wake Forest 75-70. They clinched the 2 seed in the ACC tournament. In action right now, 14th-ranked Kansas is losing at Arizona State 49-42, as the Jayhawks will look to come from behind in the final 12 minutes of that ball game. 17th-ranked UNC defeats Clemson 67-63. Number 18, St. John's, came back from 12 down in the second half to beat Georgetown 72-69 and can share the Big East title in back-to-back years for the first time since 1985 and 86 if they get a win on Saturday. And then 19th-ranked Miami of Ohio stays undefeated, moves to 30-0 with a 74-72 victory over the Toledo Rockets. Coming up, we're going to look around Auburn athletics and talk to you about Go Wild War Eagle Weekend. That's all coming up on Connect at Halftime. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Hall of Fame coach Kim Evans, who called you from Auburn? What was the first contact that you had from your alma mater?
So the first contact that I ever had was a guy named Pat Dye. So I got to talk to Coach Dye and spend some time with Coach Dye a few years earlier. And talk to me about Auburn and coaching here. Just kind of one of those great drive around Auburn couple hours that I'll never forget. And his bird dog sat in my lap the whole time.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way.
Welcome back to Connect at Halftime, where Auburn leads LSU 41-34 at the break in Neville Arena. Jacob Hillman here with you courtside as we take a look around Auburn athletics. And this look around Auburn athletics is brought to you by Auburn Bank, champions of you. Women's basketball opens its SEC tournament journey tomorrow evening against Texas A&M in Greenville, South Carolina at 5 Central. Britt Bowen brings you the coverage beginning at 4:45 in the Auburn area on ESPN 106.7 FM and everywhere else on the Auburn Tigers app. With the win, the Tigers would face Ole Miss on Thursday at the same time. Following that, make sure you're here on the Plains this weekend for Go Wild War Eagle Weekend. The more events you go to, you need to go check in, and at the end of the weekend, you'll have a chance to be entered into a raffle to win a Yeti prize pack at the Sunday series finale baseball game against Winthrop. So make sure you're tuned in for that. And speaking of Auburn baseball, number 6, the 6th-ranked Tigers, faced off against Sanford tonight and got the win in its midweek tilt.
6 of the 8 innings, we got the leadoff man on. Maybe didn't get that big hit to have that big inning early in the game, but we're about 4 or 5 on our shutdown innings to when we scored the one run in the first, second, and third. They all stood up to a 3-0 lead at least. They wound up hitting a home run, a solo shot to lead off an inning, and we opened the door a couple of times on the left side infield defense, and that was our biggest challenge today, that they were one swing away from making this thing close a couple of times too. But good win, off day, get back out here for I guess a 9-2 Winthrop that's played great baseballs and really gritty offense, very similar to what we saw in Nebraska last weekend.
Auburn defeats Sanford 6-2 and hosts Winthrop at Plainsman Park Friday through Sunday for its final non-conference weekend of the season. Game time set for 6, 6, and 1, those times Central. Softball will host its SEC opening weekend against Kentucky at Jane B. Moore Field Friday through Sunday. The first pitch is set for 6, 2, and 1 Central. Coverage will be available on Weagle 91.1 FM in the Auburn area, and the Auburn Tigers app everywhere else. Tickets available online at aubtix.com. Number 19 men's tennis will actually get the weekend started on Friday at 2 Central against Charlotte, and then host Alabama on Sunday at 1. Both matches are free to attend at the Yarborough Tennis Center and feature spring break themed giveaways, including an on-yard time cup on Friday and orange tank top on Sunday. 17th ranked Gymnastics returns home on Friday against number 11 Michigan State, with action beginning at 7 Central. It's giving away a Leo can cooler to fans in attendance. You can purchase tickets online at aubtix.com. Top-ranked Equestrian beat number 3 Georgia 11-9 this past Saturday, and Senior Day is coming up this upcoming Saturday against number 5 Texas A&M at 11 a.m. Central at the Auburn University Equestrian Center. A win over the Aggies would clinch the 1 seed in the SEC Championship, which the Tigers host March 27th and 28th. Fifth-ranked women's tennis is set for a road weekend at Ole Miss and number 4 LSU. The Tigers will visit the Rebels on Thursday at 4 Central and head south to Baton Rouge on Saturday at noon. Always be sure to check out auburntigers.com and the Auburn Tigers app for full schedules and more information, including for Go Wild War Eagle Weekend. That look around Auburn Athletics is brought to you by Auburn Bank Champions View. Again, your score at the half: Auburn 41, LSU 34. We take a look at the first half stats when Connecticut halftime continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie. Cook's Pest Control.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Petter behind Freeman. Reese down the lane, and there's a steal. Pettiford on a rakeaway. Tahad to the hole. Right-hand hammer.
Fast break basketball. Way to run through. Good defense by Tahad. Gets him a slam dunk on the fast break.
Todd Pettiford led the Tigers in scoring with 10 points alongside Keyshawn Hall, who also added 10. Auburn leads LSU 41-34 here at Connecticut halftime. Jacob Hillman here checking the first half stats. Auburn basketball fans, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Auburn basketball. Let's go Tigers, SeatGeek. It was a back-and-forth first half as the two Tigers traded the lead 14 times, and were tied 5 times. Auburn forced LSU into 10 turnovers, which according to Scott Scroggins was the most first-half turnovers forced in an SEC game, topping the previous high of 9 against Texas and Alabama. The Tigers turned that into 10 points off of turnovers. Also a notable number, 10 assists for Auburn to 2 turnovers, as Tahad Pettiford led the way in that category with 4. Those are your first-half stats presented by SeatGeek, and once again, your score at halftime, Auburn 41, LSU 34, as the Tigers lead it by 7. Before we go to break, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Second half action from Neville Arena with voice of the Tigers Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey is next. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and one bank, Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Looking for a street legal golf car? Diamond Golf Cars has the largest selection in the state, and the Auburn store is right off Opelika Road, closer than you think. With locations in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville, they've been raising the bar since 2012 in golf car sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Cars is full service for all your golf car needs, and they offer pickup and delivery, carrying brands such as EasyGo, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCars.com today and drive different. Drive Diamond.
Summer's here and the open road is calling. RV Roadway answers the call with new and used RVs from the top brands you trust, all ready for your next adventure. With 2 Alabama locations in Opelika and Calera, RV Roadway is ready to help you hit the road in style. And if you need maintenance, their expert service center keeps you rolling smoothly all summer long. Start your journey at RVRoadway.com. RV Roadway, where we sell RVs for less.
Get ready, Auburn. The ultimate hunting and outdoor experience is coming soon with Winter Timber Outdoors. For those who know the difference, we've got you covered. From premium firearms and trusted ammo to the largest selection of knives and Sitka gear built for the extreme. Winter Timber Outdoors is your one-stop hunting shop. Plus, check out our lifestyle apparel and our On Cloud running shoes. Find us at 2049 East University Drive across from the Auburn Mall next to Walmart or online at wintertimberoutdoors.com.
Auburn ball to open the second half. Tigers lead by 7. Biggest lead in the ball game for either team. As Auburn closed the first half, hitting their last 4 field goals. Auburn played clean basketball in the first half, Randall, with 10 assists and only 3 turnovers.
Outstanding. On 50% shooting, 10 assists, like you said, on 15 baskets, only 3 turnovers with 10 steals.
Auburn ball to the basket to our right. Tigers lead it 41-34. Pettiford across midcourt, picked up by Reese. They get the ball now to Hall. Hall to Overton. Right back to Pettiford. A screen from Murphy. Pettiford down the right side. Lobs it. Murphy went up for the alley-oop and was fouled by Pablo Tamba. And Murph will go to the line for a couple. Murphy, Hall, Reed Trapp, and C.J. Williams, the Auburn players honored before the game tonight.
Outstanding 2-man play right off the bat. The call set play to the first possession of the second half between Tahad and Murph.
Murph's free throw is good. 11 points, 6 points, 7.9 rebounds in SEC games this year for Keyshawn Murphy.
It was going to be quite a highlight if LSU hadn't have fouled him.
Second free throw, and he got it. And Auburn leads 43-34. Boy, just cannot let off the gas at all in this second half tonight. Reese near the center circle to McKinnon. Got to figure they've got to get him more involved in the offense. Reese has it back top of the circle to the right wing for Sutton. Down to the low post. It comes to Tamba, and he floats it in.
Tigers had it defended. It was deflected. It became a 50-50 ball. LSU was there to pick it up and lay it in.
43-36 Auburn, 19-18 in the second half of play. Pettiford across midcourt, right, or the left-hand dribble, picks up the dribble. Wraparound pass for Murphy. Right back to Pettiford. 19 to shoot for the Tigers to the right wing, Overton. KO on the wing. Inside the arc to the baseline. Cut off there, 9 to shoot. To Murphy. Keyshawn on the wing. Pull up from about 12. Good!
Nice little mid-range jumper. They just dared him to shoot the ball. He said, okay, I'll do it, and he buried the 2.
First 4 points of the second half from Keyshawn Murphy. Auburn back up by 9 again. Tamba to the left wing. They were trying to get a backdoor to McKinnon. It wasn't there. Now to Reese at the top. Reese with 15 to McKinnon against Overton. Inside the arc, free throw line. Tamba drives to the hole and banked it in.
Back-to-back baskets for Tamba. He's kind of weaving his way, snaking his way around that lane and got a couple of baskets right off the bat.
45-38, Auburn leads it. Pettiford backs his way near the top of the key. 18 to shoot for the Tigers. Bounce pass Murphy. Murphy picks up the dribble. Gets the ball to Freeman between the rings. Gets a screen. 3 ball, Freeman. No. Rebound Murph. In traffic. Bounce pass Freeman. Right wing Pettiford. 3. Bam!
That's great team basketball. Murphy to Freeman. Freeman to Tahad for a wide open 3, and he buries it. What a good look for the Tigers offensively.
First double-digit lead for either team tonight. 48-38 Auburn. Reese out on the wing. Picked up by Murphy in a switch. They've got Tamba underneath against Pettiford. Tamba, low post for Nwoko. Ball was blocked. Comes right back and a score for Markel Sutton.
Elijah made a good first effort to block the shot. Nobody was there to clean it up. They picked it up and laid it right back in.
Auburn leads it by 8, 48-40. Freeman down the right side, Murphy. Inside the arc, right wing to Pettiford. He'll pop a 3.
Back-to-back threes. You better look out. Tahad Pettiford's warming up. Could get to the boiling point before it's over.
51-40, Auburn on top. 17:03 first half. Tahad with 16 points on the night. Left wing Sutton. Top of the circle, Tamba. Right sideline for Reese. Reese against Overton to McKinnon on a curl and a 3. Didn't get it. Rebound tapped up and it's good. Right down the middle of the lane by Miller.
Boy, he's been active on that glass. He and Tamba have been there, and they are really being productive around that goal.
And that was Tamba with the rebound basket. 51-42 Auburn. Pettiford all the way to the hole. Slams it with 2 hands. Time out LSU. Tahad Pettiford is in fuego right now.
8 unanswered points. Back-to-back threes and a drive slam dunk.
On to Victory, proud to be the official events experiences company of the Auburn Tigers. Experience Auburn like never before through On to Victory. See upcoming events and sponsorship opportunities at ontovictory.com. 16:29 in the second half. Auburn 53, LSU 42. And Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
We'll admit, we've already thrown in the towel on the New Year's resolution.
But one healthy new habit we're sticking with is Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to help protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
Active Liver is available online at Amazon or in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now at your local GNC.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen Report.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Alabama Power. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
60 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the second half at Neville Arena. Auburn leads LSU 53-42. Tahad Pettiford leads everybody with 18 points. Hod with 9 points in the second half alone, or 8 points in the second half alone.
Well, back-to-back threes, and then a slam dunk that almost brought the roof off Neville Arena, that's for sure. Just the excitement made LSU have to call timeout, and here we go again. Defensive stance right here.
Tigers by 11. LSU ball to the hole. McKinnon blocked by Auburn. Rebounded by Auburn. And then fouled by McKinnon.
Not only is Tahad Pettiford scoring on the offensive end, he made a tremendous defensive block, held his ground defensively, moved his feet, elevated up, got a hand on that basketball.
And that's the third foul on their leading scorer, and he's out of the ball game. Max McKinnon, Auburn ball. Leading by 11. Pettiford at the top. 4 Hall outside the arc. Head fake at 3. He'll pop a 3. Nope. Rebound Murph underneath, and he's fouled.
I like to see Murph when he's active around that basket. He can move his feet quickly around a defender and put himself in position for offensive rebound, what he did that time.
He's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is what he is.
I like that.
Yeah. Inbound Murphy. Right through a double team to the hole. Went up, and he was fouled. And fouled by Miller, and that's going to be his third.
On the baseline out of bounds, they throw it to Murph on a post-up. He fakes the handoff, tricks everybody. All the defense went with him. He spun, went straight to the basket. They had to foul him to keep him from scoring.
16 minutes to go in the second half. Auburn at the free throw line when we come back. Your Tigers lead LSU 53-42. Auburn basketball is brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn men's basketball coach Stephen Pearl.
From the time, Laney was born, we've basically just been trying to be good parents. On top of having one of the best basketball teams in college basketball last year, leading them to an SEC championship and another Final Four, you lose basically that entire team, right? We then, basically the weekend of the Sweet 16, we are recruiting from the middle of March until the beginning of June, trying to rebuild this roster. June 1, we start practice in the summer. And then we got 8 weeks with the guys in the summer. They go home, and then we come back to school 10 days later. We start practice and workouts shortly thereafter. And then a few weeks later, boom, this happens.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
You can swirl it, you can sip it, but the best way is to share it. Hey y'all, I'm Deanna, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You get that bold flavor of the Coke mixed with the smooth deliciousness of the vanilla ice cream. You have a juicy filet and a smooth, creamy float. It's an awesome pairing.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Auburn by 11 over LSU with 16 minutes to go here inside Neville Arena as the Tigers have their biggest lead of the evening. Jacob Hillman here checking the yellow at scoreboard. They're in overtime in Oxford as 24th-ranked Vanderbilt leads Ole Miss 79-76. The Commodores missed a layup to go into overtime as Tyler Tanner leads them with 27 points on the evening. 4.5 minutes to go in Oxford in overtime. We'll give you a final score later on this game. Now back to the action. Here's voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey.
Thank you, Jacob. Keyshawn Murphy at the free throw line for a couple. That foul, by the way, against Robert Miller is his fourth. First free throw by Keyshawn is good.
The Tigers are really off to a good start in this first 5 minutes of this second half, Tahad's playing on both ends of the floor defensively as well as scoring the basketball. Murphy's asserting himself around that basket as well.
He missed the second free throw, and Tamba got the rebound for LSU. Auburn's lead is 12, 54-42. Matches Auburn's biggest lead of the night. Tamba to the left wing. Picks up the dribble there, gets the ball on the wing. Now to the top of the circle, it's Reese. Reese to the right wing. Step back three ball by Reese. It's good.
On the switch there, when you switch defenses, you must switch up, which means you've got to move toward the basketball. That time they switched and stepped back, opened up the three ball.
Murphy at the top of the circle. He'll pop a three. Didn't get that one, but the rebound to Freeman to the basket. Up and didn't get the finger roll. Rebound Murph. Head fake twice. Fade away. Got it.
Murphy's really being active. Boy, he is really playing. Got a nose for the basketball and the offensive rebound with a good rebound stick back.
Tigers by 10. 15:08, second half. Reese, another three for LSU. Good. Might want to guard this guy.
Well, we're switching that, and I'm not sure why we would put Murph on their point guard on Reese that time. It's just a tough call there.
56-48 Auburn. Pettiford free throw line down the lane. High off the glass. Good.
Beautiful hesitation move. He just freezes everybody when he makes that hesitation move, and then it's a blow by. But what about that kiss off the glass with his right hand?
Auburn 6 of 10 from the field in the second half. Reese inside the arc, baseline right. To the wing for Tamba. Around the perimeter to Carter. Top of the circle, Tamba. To the left wing for Carter. Another three. It's good.
Three balls heating up for LSU. Both.
That's three straight threes for LSU. They've trimmed the lead to 7.
Yeah, Carter and Reese hitting three balls. Got to press up a little bit defensively.
They're 3 of 4 from 3 in the second half. Hall, left sideline, Overton. Back to Hall. Top of the key for Murphy. Murphy, one dribble, picks it up. Hands it back to Pettiford, 10 to shoot. Tahad against Tamba. Penetrates to the free throw line. To the top for Freeman. 4 to shoot. Freeman into the lane. Fadeaway, 12-footer, good.
Nice mid-range jump shot. He just took it. That's not really offense, Andy. That's just talent right there.
10 points for Freeman. 60-51 Auburn. LSU's hit threes in its last 3 times down the floor. Reese inside the logo. Now to the right of the logo. Gets a screen. Picked up by Murphy at top. That's got to be a foul on LSU. Mike Nwoko drove Kevin Overton 8 feet down the lane and then deposited him.
Well, those two guys are old teammates, Nwoko and Murph. Both transferred from Mississippi State.
Right.
I'm sure they've shared laughs, but they're trying to go at each other, and sometimes one comes out ahead on a possession, and Murph did.
60-51 Tigers. Left wing, Pettiford gets a screen. Whistle foul. It's going to be a foul on Jovic, I think. I think it's Jovic.
Well, it's kind of a quick, I guess they called it for an illegal screen.
I think you're right.
On that.
That's what the call was.
He didn't really quite roll out quickly enough, and so he held his screen. He may have pushed a little bit on the initial roll.
13-17, second half, LSU ball. Auburn leads it 60-51. Right sideline, Rashad King. To the top of the circle, to the free throw line, down the left side of the lane. Way out on top, it's P.J. Carter. To Sutton against Overton. Drives it on Overton. Goes up and he scores.
Really an active player. The guy kills his dribble. You shouldn't take yourself defensively out of the play. He ended up letting him spin around and just lay it right in the basket.
60-53 Auburn. Sebastian Williams-Adams, 2 to Tahad Pettiford. Right wing 3, Overton, good.
Ooh, big splash by KO that time. Nice another assist by Tahad Pettiford, finding the open KO coming off the down screen.
Auburn now 3 of 6 from 3 in the second half. Tigers lead it by 10. 12-21, second half of play. Reese between the rings, picked up by KO. Gets a screen, a switch, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Reese backs it up, bounce pass, Nwoko in the key against Jovic. Back door to King, spins into the lane, goes up and he draws a foul on Jovic. Thought he walked in the process.
One thing I really like about the Tiger scouting report tonight, because LSU spins a lot.
They got that foul on Overton.
Yes, he came in and just kind of reached, I think. But when they spin, Overton was going to double down. When he did, it's hard to resist when they put that candy out in front of you, not to reach and try to tap it.
Rashad King, 77% from the line this year. His first free throw is good. Senior out of Evans, Georgia, transferred in from Northeastern. Really good shooter, and especially on the road. His numbers are markedly better on the road than at the Maravich Assembly Center. And he knocks home both free throws. 63-55 Auburn. We approach the 12-minute mark of the second half. Todd Pettiford, 20 points, a rebound, 5 assists, and 4 steals. Pettiford kicks it, corner. Sebastian Williams, Adam just drives to a hole, banked up, and he didn't get it. Rebound LSU.
Made $1 million move, just didn't get it to go down.
Nwoko underneath it. He lost it out of bounds off of a long pass from Reese, and it takes us to a timeout break. 11:46 in the second. Auburn ball when we come back. Tigers lead LSU 63-55. Find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with Mindy Jones of Remax Paradise. Visit MindyAtParadise.com. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit. But we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Chick-fil-A's new Frosted Sodas and Floats. It's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new Frosted Sodas and Floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice stream to make a new Frosted Soda or Float. With the mix of the ice stream and soda fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new Frosted Soda and Float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Defensive statistics are presented by Cook's Pest Control. Cook's is the South's most trusted name in pest control and the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers.
We'll talk defense in a moment. Auburn's all-SEC women's shot putter, Megan Haig, who sports her gold medal from the SEC Indoor Championships, the Celebrity N tonight. One of 3 to win SEC championships last weekend, and the first in the indoor women's shot to do that in an Auburn uniform. Congratulations to Megan.
Big congratulations to her.
11:46 in the second half. Our rebounding has evened up just a little bit. Tigers continuing to play very smart basketball. 13 turnovers against LSU. Only 4 for Auburn, and Randall Auburn has taken advantage of that, outscoring LSU 10-2 off turnovers tonight.
Well, they've really done, their activity defensively has been good, but the biggest thing is their containment defense has been really good tonight, keeping LSU in front of them.
63-55, Auburn on top. Pettiford walks it forward against Reese, hits Overton top of the circle, now Keyshawn Hall. Run a little bit of a carousel right now. They get it to Pettiford, free throw line. Pull up 13-footer, no. Rebound. Jovic, they went over his back to get the rebound to Nwoko, and here's LSU the other way.
Well, it's good movement by the Tigers. I like to see the pace of the way they're moving their offense. Just didn't go down on an easy basket.
Sutton on the right side to the free throw line, down the lane, up with the left hand. He didn't get it. Rebound Pettiford. Auburn 5-on-4 the other way. Pettiford races forward. Left wing 3. KO. Bam!
That's what we're used to seeing by the Auburn Tigers. Get the defensive rebound and race down the floor. Push the basketball in transition, spot up for an open 3 by Kevin Overton.
13 on the night for KO. 66-55 Auburn. 10:50 in the second half of play. Down the lane, Sutton to the hole, put it up, he missed it. Rebound to Nwoko. Gets tied up, goes up, and missed it, but he was fouled. I think they're going to get Overton. Yep, they do.
Boy, he's been a big problem for the Tigers all night long, right at that basket. Nwoko has just physically been down there tough. Drew the foul that time. He's really the guy that's keeping LSU in striking distance.
Career high 10 of 10 from the free throw line last week at Ole Miss. He's 5 of 5 tonight. And now 6 of 6 as he knocks home that first free throw.
Well, he's had a good night. They've got him for 14 points in 24 minutes. That's quite productive.
His first point of the second half. Junior from Toronto, Canada. He is perfect from the line tonight, 7 of 7. And they're going to press.
They're going to start picking up because they're down a little bit. They're going to start putting a little bit more pressure on the basketball.
Auburn by 9. Hall. Overton straight away. KO. Right side, Jovic. Right back to KO. Free throw line down the lane to the hole with the left hand. Good.
Oh, that two-man play from the top of the key between the guards, and the big guys have been outstanding tonight. That time, Overton and Philip Jovic on the two-man play, pick and roll at the top of the key and all the way to the goal.
Nwoko bumps into Jovic, and they're going to get Jovic. And despite the fact that Nwoko is the one that dipped his shoulder.
Kind of displaced him, looked like to me, on the offensive play. He kind of put his shoulder into his chest. It's hard to, I can see the frustration on Phillips' face because he felt like he had good position.
Nwoko back at the line where he's 7 of 7 on the night. 15 points, and he misses his first free throw. Jovic out, Murphy back in for the Tigers. Stephen Pearl talking with Phillip as he comes off the floor.
Really good instruction. That young man's going to be an outstanding player.
Oh, Nwoko missed both.
That's good.
I don't think we're quite to Gooey Fry's time yet, but important he missed both.
We're creeping toward it, aren't we?
Yes, indeed. 68-57. Midway mark of the second half, Auburn basketball. Sebastian. Off the left side, Pettiford. At the top, it's Overton. KO against Reese. Behind the back dribble. On the wing. 6 to shoot. Murphy right back to KO. To Pettiford. Stop move, spin move, goes down, lobs it up, and Auburn ran out of time, and is LSU the other way. King all the way to the hole, tied up by Overton.
Good defensive play by KO. He kind of bailed us out that time. He got his body in front, kept his feet moving, reached in and tied the guy up, and ended up throwing the ball out of bounds, but at least the Tigers will get to set their defense.
Mashalik in, Pettiford out for the Tigers. 9:36 in the second. Auburn 68, LSU 57. Out of bounds, baseline right, LSU ball. Reese lobs it, ball deflected. Here's Auburn the other way. Murphy got in front of that one. Up the left sideline, it's Sebastian Williams-Adams. Now to Kevin Overton. Auburn by 11 with the basketball. 9:27 in the second half of play. Overton just hanging out long three. Good!
Oh, big splash by KO. Just picked up when Tahad goes out to get a rest. Mashalik comes in, opens up the basket for KO to splash a three.
14 points on the night, or a 14-point lead for Auburn. Overton's fourth three of the night. 9:04, second half, 71-57 Auburn. Reese at the right wing. Top of the circle. Sutton against Mashalik. Back to Reese on the right wing, 8 to shoot. Reese inside the arc, down the right side of the lane, lobs it up there, and he's fouled by Sebastian.
Those guards have been hard to contain. They're running a two-man play as well on the other end. They're doing it a little bit on the side of the court. Not quite the wing, but kind of between the point and the wing, making it a tough angle to cover.
Reese with 8 points on the night, 2 threes here in the second half. This is his first free throw attempt, and it's good. He started the last 6 games for LSU and has upped his game at the point, averaging 4.5 assists in SEC play.
He's played a lot tonight. He's leads the team in minutes played, so he's made every trip, but he's starting to assert himself offensively.
Second free throw good as well for Reese. Auburn's lead trimmed to 12, 71-59. 8:49 second half of play. Overton gets some pressure from P.J. Carter. Hands the ball to Sebastian. Now Mashalik. Right back to KO. Screen from Murphy. Logo three. Nobody's fouled. Tamba got him. KO to the line for three.
Wow. KO's kind of feeling it right now.
Yes, he is.
He's actually had a quiet 18 points, but his statistics are phenomenal. 6 for 9 overall, 4 for 5 from the three, 2 for 2 from the line, with 2 rebounds in 29 minutes. What a productive evening KO's had. Need to get 6 or 7 more minutes out of him tonight.
67 of his last 71 free throws. He gets a couple. Got the first to fall.
What makes him the leader of the SEC statistically in SEC games from the free throw line percentage-wise.
8:37 in the second. He can take the lead to 14, and he does. And he'll get a third. Overton, 21 points on the night for KO.
Maybe not look as pretty, but that's just as good as a deep three ball behind the arc.
74-59, Auburn's lead is 15. Reese drives it to the right wing, stopped there by Overton. Sutton at the top, King to Reese, gets a screen. Overton stays right with him. Now to Tamba, hands it back to Reese. Reese against Sebastian. Bounce pass, free throw line, Sutton, 9 to shoot. Lob it low post, Tamba up and in.
That high-low play, that low post by Tamba and Nwoko tonight has been tough to handle. LSU down there.
Tamba with 12 points on the evening. 6 of 8 from the field. Auburn leads 74-61. Keyshawn Hall, right wing, now brings it to the center. Working out there on Sutton, between the legs dribble, right-hand dribble, down the lane, goes up, got it!
Nice touch, good one-on-one play by Keyshawn Hall from the top of the key. Snaked his way down the paint, made a tough shot that time, Andy.
76-61 Auburn. 7:34 in the second half of play. Auburn shooting 66% from the field in the second half, and there's a steal. Sebastian Williams-Adams races forward all the way to the hole, goes up, and boy, he got hammered. And I mean hard by Pablo Tamba. And it'll take us to a timeout break. That'll be the 4th foul on Tamba, and he earned every bit of it. 7:25 in the second. Auburn 76, LSU 61. Your team is your most valuable asset. So ensure they're protected with the best workers' compensation insurance available. Ask your agent for an Alicant quote today. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger. Our new Big Ranch Wrap is just $3 with a crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or for $4, go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with a Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese for just $5. Add fries and a drink for just $2.49. Now that's a big deal. The Whata Deal, now at What a Burger! For a limited time at participating locations. Download the app.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit. But we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Enjoy baseball and softball season on the Plains with live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance. Auburn Sports Network broadcasts are available with no delay at both Plainsman Park and Jane B. Moore Field. Every grand slam, stolen base, and strikeout. Yours with no delay. Look for the live sports radio kiosk around the ballpark. Live sports radio lets you take the broadcast with you at every football game. Plus, home men's and women's basketball games, baseball, and softball. Live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance.
Auburn leads LSU by 15 with 7:25 to go here on this senior late night inside Neville Arena. Jacob Hillman here checking the Yellowwood scoreboard. 24th ranked Vanderbilt needs one more stop against LSU as it leads 88-86 in overtime with 16 seconds to go. One more free throw. Condors by 3. Rebels had the ball. We'll give you that final score of the Bridges Bank postgame show Coach Bush Thompson's made his way over since the 6-2 victory over Sanford at Plainston Park. They'll get ready to face Winthrop this weekend. For the rest of the story here at Neville Arena, here's voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey.
Sebastian Williams-Adams at the line for 2 for Auburn. Don't forget Tiger Talk Thursday night, 6 o'clock at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Stephen Pearl and head football coach Alex Golish set to join us on Thursday. Friday night, Auburn baseball at home against Winthrop. 5:45 broadcast time, and then Saturday it's Auburn at Alabama, 7 o'clock airtime from Coleman Coliseum. Sebastian missed both of the free throws. LSU gets the rebound. 7:20 in the second half. Auburn's lead is 15 points. Pettiford and Freeman in at the next break for Auburn. Reese, a screen. Picked up by Hall. Left wing for Carter. Top of the circle, it's Tamba. Right wing for McKinnon. Low post, Tamba. Whistle, no. And a foul against Auburn on Keyshawn Murphy.
I was just about to say, Auburn's got 2 big segments left to get to the 4-minute media, maintain this lead, barring any kind of barrage from the three-point line by LSU. But this is big when they get to the ball, low post, get fouled, and get to the free throw line.
Tamba gets a couple. Missed the free throw. Mashalik and Sway are out. Elijah Freeman and Tahad Pettiford are in. Pettiford had a terrific night for Auburn. 20 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists tonight, and 4 steals for Tahad Pettiford.
His defense has really been good. He's had a lot of deflections.
Tamba missed both. That's gooey fries, baby.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
Late night Scooby snack.
Pettiford across midcourt. Now to Hall. Left wing for Overton. Back to the top. Pettiford a screen. Inside the arc, down the right side, lobs it up there and banked it in.
Oh, he is just orchestrating the offense tonight with precision, knowing when to and when not to, when to pass, when to shoot. Tahad has been outstanding.
17-point lead for Auburn now. 6:31 in the second half. Reese puts it on the floor, drives inside the arc, lobs it to the low post. It's missed. Sop it up again, missed. Rebound Hall for Auburn. Miller had a point-blank tip in and didn't get it. Auburn the other way, up by 17. 6:15, second half of play. Pettiford puts the offense in motion. 15 to shoot for the Tigers. Right wing, KO. Bounce pass, top of the circle, Hall. Left wing, Freeman. Low post, it's Murph. Baseline left. Spins, head fake, goes up, ball stripped away. Brought it down too far. Tamba ahead. Drive to the hole, Carter, and he got it to fall.
Now, when you're a big guy, and Murph probably knows better, he was just a little bit slow, but when you put it on the deck and you've got traffic inside, long way to go to get back to a 6'10 guy.
Auburn's lead is 15 points with 5:40 in the second half.
Auburn can take their time. They'll be a little bit more methodical offensively instead of playing at a high rhythm pace right now.
Pettiford works against Reese, gets around Reese, pops a 3 ball, didn't get it. Weak side rebound pulled in by Tamba for LSU. A cut to Reese. Auburn's lead 15 points. Tamba to the wing for McKinnon. Pull up from about 12. Missed it. Rebound. Freeman for Auburn. McKinnon, their leading scorer, at 15 and a half, has 3 points tonight. Spent a lot of time on the bench in foul trouble.
This is crucial for Auburn. Time, score, and momentum.
Pettiford, Murphy straight away. Outside the arc. Bounce pass Pettiford. Under 5 minutes to go. Overton, 3. Nope. Rebound out of bounds off of Hall.
That's back-to-back possessions that time, but the Tigers taking 3-point shots with 4:53 left.
And Auburn's going to challenge this call. They're going to challenge that the ball went out of bounds off of Hall. They believe it was against LSU.
Well, I hope it was.
I do too. 4:53 to go in the second half of play, and we get an official review with the officials, Bart Lennox, Olandis Poole, and Brian Dorsey. And the folks in Birmingham. Auburn up 78-63 with 4:53 to go in the second half. Both teams have gone to their benches as we await this ruling. Hall and Tamba.
I'm not sure if it's...
I don't know.
I can't really tell.
It's a pretty quick review.
It sure is.
And I think Auburn's going to get the ball. I think that's right. Yeah, Auburn basketball.
Well, that was a good challenge that time. Give a chance we haven't had a lot of these tonight. A baseline out of bounds play.
Boy, you're right, Randall. There haven't been. I'm not sure has there been one?
Well, when you shoot 55%, it doesn't really knock it out of bounds very often. You don't have to take it out.
Yeah, both teams are shooting over 55% in the game. Auburn out of bounds, baseline left, 20 to shoot. Inbound Murphy, baseline left. 2 Pettiford, 3. That'll do.
That'll do. Rained a big 3. That's a new set. Just a Burr stepped out, handoff to Todd, come right behind him, and he shoots it right over the big Murph at 6'10", buries the 3.
81-63 Auburn, 4:35 second half. They get it underneath Miller, tried to dunk it, he missed it, and they got a foul on Hall. And LSU's at the line for a couple. At least he stopped the dunk.
Well, he had a good acting job in the first half. He could have acted that time like he just drove him to the ground, took the charge, but he challenged his shot. And
he made sure Miller wasn't going to dunk it.
That was the best thing he did. He made sure he didn't make the basket. Make him earn his 2 free throws right here.
Miller 71% from the free throw line. That's a miss. Would they do multiple gooey fries if he misses this one as well?
Oh, the jungle might come unglued.
Listen,
then.
Gooey fries, gooey fries. Todd Pettiford leading that charge. And Miller took it away. Doggone it. He made the second free throw. 81-64 Auburn, 4.5 minutes to go, second half.
Got to get through this 30 seconds here to the 4-minute media, regroup at the timeout.
Auburn, 10 of 23 from 3, 6 of 11 from 3 in the second half. Freeman to Pettiford, left wing Overton. Down underneath Hall, outside the lane, in the lane, fadeaway Hall, no, rebound Freeman, fouled on the play.
Good offensive rebound by Elijah Freeman. Just had a nose for the ball, used his athletic ability to go rim level to snatch it out of bounds, and ended up getting fouled.
Sutton called for the foul, his third, and Elijah goes to the line for a 1 and bonus. Auburn 13 of 18 from the free throw line tonight. Freeman, a 1 and bonus, the first. Long. Rebound LSU.
2 opportunities right there, but the Tigers need to cash in on those. Keep your foot down.
Yes. Reese around Overton, and a reach in on Overton will take us to our final media timeout. Third foul on KO. 3:57 to go, second half. Auburn 81, LSU 64. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're an Auburn fan like me and you haven't switched your phone service to War Eagle Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and War Eagle Mobile contributes to Auburn athletics with every payment you make. No contracts, no hidden fees, no reason to put it off another minute. Switch now to the only phone plan built for the Auburn family and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit wareaglemobile.com. That's wareaglemobile.com.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Hey Auburn fans, if you're a nursing mother, wounded veteran, special needs family, or caring for an elderly loved one, Snazzy is here to support you. This season, snag free parking passes for select families at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Plus, Snazzy gives away a VIP package every home game. Nominate someone in these groups at snazzy.org. Everything Snazzy does is thanks to Carrier, the inventors of modern air conditioning. Head to snazzy.org now to learn more and apply. Snazzy, accessibility for all.
Keep it here after the game for the Regions Bank postgame show with final stats and analysis, plus comments from Coach Pearl. Now back to the game.
On the night, Auburn 54.7% from the field, 29 of 53. Better in the second half. Auburn 14 of 23 from the field at 60.9%, and 6 of 11 from 3 in the second half. And the rebounding margin, Randall, is evening out as well.
13 points off turnovers with 11 fast break points for the Tigers. The fast pace really was the first time that we've seen the Tigers get the ball off the defensive glass and really push it hard, create easy baskets on the other end, 15 assists on 29 made baskets.
Reset the line for a 1 in bonus. The 15 turnovers tonight forced by the Auburn defense is an SEC season high. Ties it South Carolina and Tennessee. And reset the line. It's a 1 in bonus for Jalen, the freshman from Orlando. He's a good-looking freshman, isn't he?
Sure is. And he has played well.
And he missed the free throw.
Now the Tigers can really start taking some time off the clock, try to get to the end of the shot clock, get something wide open on the perimeter or something driving to the basket and make LSU foul them, and make your free throws down the stretch to continue to increase this lead.
81-64 Auburn. Hall puts it on the floor, drives to the hole. Head fake, goes up, spin, shoots, scores.
Nothing like driving to the basket, get a layup. Nice play by Keyshawn Hall.
14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists tonight for Keyshawn on his senior night. 83-64 Auburn. Free throw line, Miller against Murphy. Underneath, Sutton up, block and a foul. We're going to get Freeman for the body, I believe.
Yeah, there's 2 different kinds of bodies there on between Tumba and Elijah Freeman. I think one day, or Sutton, I'd like to see Elijah Freeman have that kind of body in a year or so down the stretch. He'd be some kind of player.
Sutton for 2 at the free throw line, 6'9", 225. First free throw missed. Boy, LSU couldn't miss from the free throw line in the first half. It is just the opposite here in the second. LSU 7 of 14 from the line, and the Gooey prize is going up again for Markel Sutton. Will be at Baumhower's Thursday night. Sutton knocks home the second free throw.
Got to be careful here. LSU's going to pick up a little bit hotter on their press.
83-65 Auburn, 3:18. Inbound Pettiford ahead, or rather Overton ahead to Pettiford. Broke that press with 1 pass. 3:08 second half. Auburn leads it 83-65. Hall at the top. Crossover dribble. Hall lost it, got it back. Dishes it left side for Overton. KO to Hall. Takes a look at the shot clock. Backs his way down the lane. Spins to the hole. Goes up, and it's blocked out of bounds with 2.9. And that'll bring Mike Nwoko back into the ball game for LSU, replacing Miller on the low post. And Stephen Pearl would like a timeout. This will be a 30 with 2:51 to go in the second half, and Auburn leading 83-65. Don't forget, Auburn women's basketball opens play in the SEC tournament tomorrow. The Tigers in Greenville, South Carolina will play Texas A&M in the SEC tournament tomorrow. That's a 5 o'clock tip-off in Greenville. Britt Bowen with the call at 4:45 on ESPN 106.7 in the Auburn area. Thursday night, it's Tiger Talk at 6 from Baumhower's Victory Grill with Stephen Pearl and Alex Golish. Friday night, Auburn baseball against Winthrop with Brad Law and Jason Caldwell. 5:45 on the Auburn Sports Network. Auburn softball against Kentucky on Weagle 91.1 FM starting at 5:45. Out of bounds, baseline left, 2.9 to shoot it. Inbound, Hall, down, dribble, lost it, and that's a shot clock violation for Auburn. He might have been better served after he caught it just to go back up.
Well, that's very wise, because when you're in traffic, you shouldn't try to put it on the floor. Just get it to somebody or get it up on the glass any way you can.
2:43 and counting, second half, 83-65 Auburn. Top of the circle, Tamba, whistle, foul, away from the ball. It's going to go against Murphy, I believe. Yep.
We've made a few fouls, but this is the best we've seen the Tigers down in the end of the game. Down the stretch, they've held LSU for 0 field goals in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. That's kudos for the Auburn Tigers. defensively, even though they've had a couple of fouls and put LSU to the free throw line.
Nwoko back at the stripe, where he is 7 of 9 tonight. The first is good. That was Mississippi State guy against Mississippi State guy there. Murphy fouling Nwoko.
They've been kind of jockeying for position all night long around that basket.
And he knocks home both, does Mike Nwoko. 83-67 Auburn. Inbound to Murphy against the pressure. Now to Pettiford. And Tahad tries to stay out of a double team ahead. It's Hall to the sideline and across midcourt Freeman. And Hall leaves for Pettiford. 18 to shoot for Auburn. 2:24 in the second half. Auburn up 83-67. Pettiford against Reese. Near the left sideline, a screen for Murphy to the free throw line, up for the shot and the foul. Going to get Reese, I think, on the reach-in.
Really smart play by the Tigers on a two-man play. Anytime you've got a lead like this, you want something wide open from the perimeter if you take the shot, or you got to get something going toward the basket, which Tahad did then to drew the foul.
Pettiford's free throw is good. Pettiford tonight, now 26 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists for Tahad Pettiford. And both free throws are good.
He's been an absolutely stat stuffer tonight.
Sure has. He sure has. 85-67 Auburn, 2:10 to go in this one. Auburn has led most of the night. LSU's largest lead was 4. Reese between the circles against Murphy. Kicks it left wing for Tamba. He'll pop a 3. He didn't get it. Rebound underneath Nwoko, and he was fouled, I think, by Pettiford. Foul is against Tahad. His first of the night.
It's where the Tigers right here, down the stretch, end of games, when they miss the shot, you've got to seal off. Box your man out. Go retrieve it off the defensive glass and make them foul. You go to the other end, make free throws.
Rebounds are even at 26 apiece as Nwoko. Now 10 of 12 from the free throw line tonight. 18 points tonight for Mike Nwoko.
He's had an outstanding evening, that's for sure.
And he knocks on both of his free throws. And LSU will press. 85-69 Auburn, the inbound Pettiford. Against the pressure. Right side to Hall, still in the backcourt. Lobs it to Pettiford across midcourt. 20 to shoot for Auburn, 1:41 to go. They play a little keep away. Hall up the right side, outside the arc. And a ball knocked away. Ahead, Reese to the hole, goes up and he's fouled. Reese will go to the line for a couple. Keyshawn got a little fancy out here on the right wing and turned the ball over.
Yeah, when you put it on the deck, in a double team, you've got problems. It's better to, anytime 2 people is on you, must get rid of the basketball because someone else is wide open.
That's 8 turnovers for Auburn, 5 of those in the second half. Reese again at the line makes the first.
That's one thing that really should be pleased throughout the year. Down the stretch, the Tigers really hadn't turned the basketball over a large amount of times throughout the year.
Well, that was a problem on Saturday, though, in that Ole Miss ball game.
That's for sure. We had 14 and turned into a lot of buckets for the Rebels.
Freeman across midcourt to Pettiford. Reese knocked home both free throws, 85-71 Auburn. Hall down the lane. Keyshawn to the hole, finger rolled good, and the foul.
When you put it on the deck, you got to go somewhere. That time he went to the basket, laid it in, drew the foul.
Keyshawn at the free throw line. 206 free throws this season for Keyshawn Hall. He can get within 1 of the John Mengout record from 1971 right here. And he does.
I think he's going to surpass that.
I do too. 1:16 to go. 3-point play for Auburn, 88-71 Tigers. Reese to the right sideline for LSU. Brings it top of the circle against Murphy. Backs it up, left side. Free throw line, lob it low post Nwoko. Nwoko backs his way into the lane. Into the right corner it goes for Mosley. Puts up a 3, didn't get it. Rebound pulled in by Freeman. Outlet to Hall up the floor for Auburn. Tigers are going to get a timeout and get the two senior guys that have not played into the ball game, Reed Trapp and C.J. Williams, and that's great to see on this senior night. Hall will sit down, so will Murphy. So 2 seniors in, 2 seniors out on senior night with 48.6 seconds to go. And Auburn up 88-71.
Well, that's outstanding. What a great gift. These two guys will remember this the entire life, having the opportunity to put on an Auburn uniform, getting in the last game as a senior.
C.J. Williams, senior out of Fayetteville, transfer from Texas Tech. He has the ball at the point for Auburn. Working against Markel Sutton. Gets a screen from Reed. C.J. down the lane. Head fake and a double team. Out to the sideline for Overton. Right back to C.J. for 3. Nope. Long rebound to LSU. Reese forward for LSU. Final 26 seconds. There's a steal. Reed Trapp. And he lost it. C.J. had it. Got it. C.J. wants to get rid of it. Reese has a steal for LSU. Off the right side, it's Mosley for a 3 for LSU, and it's good with 13 seconds to go. Pettiford will just walk it up the floor for Auburn. Final 8 seconds to go in this one. 2 coaches meet at mid-court, shake hands, and that's a winner for Auburn. On senior night, Auburn 88, LSU 74.
What an outstanding night for the Tigers. Balanced scoring at 4 guys in double figures, 1 guy with 9. They had absolutely 15 assists on 31 baskets. Just productive. The pace of the game was outstanding. They played to win tonight, and they beat the LSU Tigers, and they did it handsomely, and they did it sharing the basketball, playing defense, turning it into offense.